I think the name gives it away. They're fast and they're furious, so can't include that. You think just because I'm a middle-aged suburban guy, I'm going to go Godfather, but Godfather 3 ruins that trilogy. I like the original Star Wars, and I know out of sequence, whatever, episode 4, 5, and 6. I like the Star Wars I grew up with, but miss me on the rest of that nonsense. Look, I am a nerd. I come up with obscure analogies, but I am not even the type of guy who would waste my time. Plus, it's not age appropriate on Harry Potter. So I will go James Bond because it spans the decades because of the mix of technology and the back in the day unifying force between the UK and the United States. Give me James Bond. Now, don't give me George Lazenby. Don't give me Roger Moore. Give me Sean Connery. Shaken, not stirred. Ryan, you got a thought there?
Love the James Bond selection. I love that you started with Fast and Furious. I'm a fan. Mikey C in here in studio just mentioned the John Wick trilogy, which is very good, although I think it's gone to 4 at this point. And then one of my favorites is Indiana Jones. I know I sound like a company man, but Indiana Jones for sure. Those first 3 were fantastic.
Now I have to bury you. Hang on. Do you realize that Indiana Jones is superfluous, big word? He does nothing in that movie. In fact, if he's not there, the Ark of the Covenant goes back to Nazi Germany and potentially ends World War II on its own. Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware, but I saw a great post on social media earlier this year that someone was watching it for the first time and said, do archaeologists usually kill this many people?
And he didn't do anything except outrun that great ball. Speaking of great job, Ryan. Great job, Mikey C. We appreciate the guest, Andy McCullough of The Athletic, Josh Alper of Pro Football Talk, and especially want to thank Rich Eisen for allowing me once more to have an entertaining week with you. Have a great weekend. Rich is back on Monday, and I'll talk to you down the road on ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, Mike from SCI Technologies. Got summer travel plans? Beach trips? Long weekends? Time away from home? Before you leave, make sure everything back at home is ready to go.
Imagine this. You're relaxing, miles away, and your phone buzzes. Not a surprise, not a panic, just a quick check-in. With SCI, you can arm your system, view your cameras, and get real-time alerts right from your phone.
So instead of worrying, just tap, check, and get back to your vacation. Because security isn't when everything goes right. It's for the moment something doesn't. SCI Technologies, protecting what matters, no matter where you are.
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Play ball! Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On October 9th, it's country music star Brantley Gilbert, along with special guests John Morgan and Jay Webb. For tickets, visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
Truck buyers, Jeep lovers, and deal hunters, get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville right now for some of the biggest savings of the year. Drive home a new 2026 Ram 1500 and save up to 25% off on 2026 Ram 1500s. That's up to $23,000 in savings. Get the best riding truck and the best warranty in the business at 10 years and 100,000 miles. It's the Make This the Summer event. Looking for SUV luxury and capability? Get into a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee and save up to $7,000 or lease one for as low as $459 a month. Ready for adventure? The iconic 2026 Jeep Wrangler is available with savings up to $8,000 or lease one for as low as only $409 a month. Hurry to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Greenville Boulevard or shop online today.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Lease offers based on 39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $3,999 due at signing. Tax tags and $899 admin fee not included. See dealer for details.
Recalculating. You are now in the middle of nowhere. Well, not exactly. Welcome to Martin County, the middle of nowhere, but the center of everything. Just 80 miles from the Outer Banks, 90 from Raleigh, and less than 30 minutes from East Carolina University and the Pamlico River. Kayak the Roanoke River, dance in downtown Williamston, or just watch horses do their thing in farm life. So yeah, you could stay stressed, or you have arrived at peace. Martin County, get lost in the best way.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple! Go!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Conbe hit, driven back, ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Hawaiian Shirt Friday, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the First Flight Credit Union Studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1. In Washington, we're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Come hang out for the next 3 hours as we talk a lot of football and some other topics on today's edition of the show. Joining us on the program, Brian North, coming up hour number one. He joins us on the Turner Home Team live line. We've got our weekly NFL chat with Tony Dunn. Jarrett bringing a NFL question to the table today. Not much news to discuss, but we'll find some prognostications and things to report and talk about and discuss in hour number two. Also, hour two, Jake Hunter, former Pirate pitcher. We'll get a pro baseball update on what he's doing right now in the world of baseball, and also talk about the Charlotte Hornets. He is a Hornets super fan. We'll get his thoughts on the LaMelo Ball trade and what they are doing right now. Hour 3, Morgan Ehlers, voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, will join us. And also, Kevin Copp will continue our opponent previews. Kevin Copp, play-by-play voice of the Temple Owls. And talked to him a few hours ago. Had a great chat with Kevin Copp, and you will hear that on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. That'll be our 4th opponent preview. Probably knock out 1 or 2 next week and be halfway through as we are talking about all the opponents on ECU's football schedule. Shirley Rhodes participating in Hawaiian Shirt Friday. Jared Watkins not. Didn't even think to ask him. Didn't even want the feeling of being turned down by J-Bone. So J-Bone on the video production today. All right. Things going on currently. Let me wait for Jarrett to get to his microphone because I have a question for him when he is ready and prepared to answer it. Jarrett, question for you. Who beats the Wiz?
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Nobody beats the Wiz. Carson Wisenhunt, 2-0 on the season.
Thought we were going to open up with Summer League talk. I was excited.
Not those Wiz. Carson Wisenhunt, former Pirate, goes 5 2/3 last night. Allows just 3 hits, 2 runs, struck out 4, walked 4. Want to get that number down. But the Giants beat the Rockies, and Carson Wisenhunt tapped the Rockies last night. And they win 8-2. So congratulations to the former Pirate lefty. And we talked about it yesterday on the show. Gavin Williams, a winner as well on Friday, as he picked up win number 10 on the season as the Guardians were victorious over the Twins on a Thursday day game. So there's a little Pirates in the pros for you. A couple of Pirates getting it done on Thursday. Savage not scheduled to pitch tonight as I look at Saturday. He is on the mound, and he will be pitching against the Padres coming up on Saturday night. So Trey Savage getting the start. Burley Man continuing to hit well in 2026, and we'll pull up what he did as the winners yesterday. Cardinals over the Brewers 5-1. Alec Burleson, he had 2 hits, 3 ribbies, including his 21st double of the season, and he had his 15th home run of the season.
He did that yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think else, Tom?
Not yesterday. I'm sorry, the day before.
Huh?
The 15th home run, that was the day before.
Okay. Let me see if I got my dates right. Jared, who do you think's right, me or Shirley?
Shirley.
You are correct.
I mean, she does the Pirates and the Pros thing every day.
Yesterday, the Brewers beat the Cardinals 8-4. Alec Burleson had 1 hit and 2 runs scored. That was yesterday.
They had like a red zone version of like the MLB on ESPN.
What would you call that? Batter's box.
I forgot what the screen said.
I said, what would you call it?
What would I call it?
The diamond. The
around the park.
Okay.
Round the bases.
Around the diamond. I think we combine ours.
Like
around the bases.
But the Marlins were playing, and they did like a Fanatics commercial. You know how they do the players, and they look up and they show off their gear. It was Clayton McCullough in the commercial, and it was the most awkward thing. He didn't know what to do. His face, he was just like deadpanning into the camera, wide eyes, like, "Are we shooting?" Like it looked like he didn't know that they were filming yet.
He doesn't seem like a very, hey, let's go do a commercial. I want to be on video type of guy. A guy like me.
Yeah.
You know, that likes the spotlight.
Yeah, and attention. W.
Shirley?
But yeah, that's all the baseball I watched yesterday.
All right.
Well, I will say this. He's got the Marlins playing 10 games above 500, and they're 3 games back from your Braves in the NL East.
Let me do a check on, let me see if I can find this, because I looked earlier this week and could not find a good number. I want to see if I can find a future for Manager of the Year in Major League Baseball, because Clayton McCullough and White Sox dude have got to be up there. And they do it NL and an AL. Let's see. Futures, World Series, American League, National League. And that's awards. Here we go. MVP, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year. I don't see anything for Manager of the Year. But if you can find it, Clayton McCullough would be a good pick for the National League because the Marlins are having a great year. Let me do a couple of housekeeping items here. Let me call my wife real quick.
My wife.
Ooh, I gotta wish Jeff Nadeau a happy birthday as well.
I bet he's gonna be getting down tonight.
Literally just saw a tweet from him. I was looking at Twitter and all of a sudden.
Be careful with those tweets, Shirley.
I know. Trust me, I regretted it.
Hey. Are you working on heavy machinery? You're live on the air.
Hey, I'm at Wawa.
Hey.
Not a sponsor.
Hey. Not a sponsor.
Leave, not a sponsor.
But pick me up a sub. All right, I'll make it quick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Schmoopy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.
All right, love you, bye.
All right, love you, bye. In honor of my wife's birthday, I have gifts for Jarrett Watkins. Now, Shirley, I'm going to tell you that I thought about you. So
well, this is the first time that someone has been gifted
Yeah,
or
you're
has
used to
opened
this.
a gift. Yeah, I'm used to this.
Troy would get himself a present on Shirley's birthday.
Yeah, and he did it every year.
I'm getting Jarrett gifts on my wife's birthday. So went to Jersey and an estate sale for the in-laws' house, and I was like, I should pick up something for Shirley. But Shirley, you're a handy woman. You fix things. There were some awesome tools, but I was like, if I give Shirley tools, it's like, hey, here's some tools. Go fix stuff for us. It almost felt like a bad gift.
Why don't you get to work?
So I was like, let me either find something else or just not give any. So Shirley, I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you.
Fine.
Hey, I got you a milkshake yesterday.
You did.
Let's
you
count
did.
that.
I will count that
Let's count
because
that.
that was quite delicious.
All right, Jarrett, for you, my friend.
Yeah.
My pal. I have some VHS tapes. Now, these,
Wait. Jared, do you know what a VHS tape is?
Old Soul.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Just want to check. I just
So,
want to clarify.
one thing that fascinated me about Pawn Stars, because like I have baseball cards and some old stuff, but they want to use the stuff. I'm like, I thought this was all collectibles. They'll get a cannon from the 1400s.
Yeah.
I might be overstating that a little bit, but they'll be like, does this baby work? I'm like, work?
You can't sell it if it doesn't work.
And that blew my mind because I think people just buy stuff to like have cool collectibles. But no, they want to fire this cannon.
Yeah.
So they go take that baby out in the field. They fire it. So I guess my point is, I'm going to say these are like usable gifts, but also collector's items at the same time.
Yeah, I don't have a VHS player, but my grandma does. So, I mean, I won't be watching these tonight, but...
You think you'll be watching these movies?
Yeah, it's more of a collector's item.
Yeah.
But, because, I mean, I have these movies on 4K, Blu-ray, like...
All right.
I really want the VHS.
Well, I'm going to add to your VHS collection, and we'll start with Lethal Weapon 3.
All right, we're starting with Lethal Weapon 3.
But what good is Lethal Weapon 3 without Lethal Weapon 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But, I mean, if you jump in at that point, you're lost, right? So
Yeah.
Gotta have the first
let's
one.
throw in Lethal Weapon.
Absolutely.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
To add to your collection.
Glad you didn't bring 4. I'm not a fan of 4.
There you go.
Have they made 4 yet?
I don't know. Didn't do it on purpose.
Then I
but
don't like 3.
There's your. You know what, dude?
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't ruin this.
I own movies I don't like.
All right. Jarrett, what's I don't know, what's a good thing about summer, but man, if there was a little less of it, it would be okay.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Winter. Heat. You got Heat on VHS?
Yeah.
Dude, that's great.
Oh man. Hey, look, I'm not a fan of Dwayne Wade and Tyler Hero but I'm a fan of Heat.
That's amazing.
And this apparently, I don't know what this is. It says over $250 in savings. So this is worth
At Blockbuster?
I don't know.
What was it marked at? $251?
A $250 at least gift here. And then the what's the French like? The piece of
Creme de la creme.
Yeah, sure.
The piece de resistance?
Maybe something like that.
Oh.
This is what kind of all got it going. I was like, I gotta get this for J-Bone. It's not Charles.
Yeah, it's not Joss.
It's not Charles.
But it's top 2, not 1.
But it's oh crap.
I love 2. 2's the fun one. It's not about PTSD and sad stuff.
Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Yeah.
Wait.
Now
so
remind me of which one that one is.
That's where he's got to go back to Vietnam to save the POWs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then the Asian lady, the funniest line in any movie, she's dying, and her last words are, "I love you, John Wambo." It's like amazing. I'm quoting the movie. What?
Now he can't replay this segment. Not that we would anyway, but okay, well, I'm sorry, but then again, not sorry. It's First Blood Part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
That's my favorite. It's not the best, but it's my favorite.
Your favorite,
Rambo.
your personal fave.
I really wish this happened like 2 years ago, because I would have had an entire collection of VHS tapes that would have been right up your alley. But I had to get rid of them when I sold my mom's house.
Rambo, with the help of a Vietnamese girl, struggles against deadly odds. Triumphant yet betrayed, he vows to bring his own brand of revenge to all those who have become his enemies.
When they capture Rambo and they make him call back to the base, and they're like, the Americans had set him up, and it's like, Johnny, where you at? We're coming to get you. He grips the mic and says, "No, I'm coming to get you." Chills.
Yes. I remember that.
Can we just read the script?
Can we just watch
the show? Can we just watch Rambo? All right, Jarrett, here are your estate sale findings.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't even have to pay what I offered.
I didn't know if you were joking, but I felt bad.
I didn't want some schmuck coming up and lowballing you with like a quarter.
Nah, yeah, I took these before they could get going. I wanted to make sure we didn't sell them. All right, so there is that. Gifts for J-Bone on my wife's birthday. While I'm thinking about it, let me send Nadu a happy birthday text as well.
Picture with it?
No
Compare.
No pictures, no videos, no wow, none of that stuff. Checking with the chat gang. Pike liked the stream. What's up, Pike? Jamie says, "Hey now." Hey now. Jerry says, "Hello." We are the PRL chat gang, and he said he's wearing his Hawaiian shirt. Very cool. Jamie says Clayton is plus 500 on FanDuel for Manager of the Year, behind Don Mattingly. That shouldn't even count. He didn't even start the season as the manager.
You got to coach the whole year.
Come on, man.
Manage the whole year, excuse me.
But the Phillies have been awesome since he took over. Walt Weiss still plus 500. They think the Braves can turn around this funk they're in. They have won a couple in a row. And looking at the standings right now, as Shirley said, the Marlins just 3 back, and the Phillies also 3 back, as they have lost a couple in a row. Not just 1 in a row. The Marlins have won 6 straight games to get to 10 games over 500. There's your MLB update. World Cup going on today. Spain and Belgium scoreless in the 14th minute of that one. So we'll keep an eye on that during today's edition of Pirate Radio Live.
As a matter of fact, Clip, that is a game that you and I are against each other, because Spain is the only team I have left. You have Belgium and England left.
Yeah.
Who do I have left?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Soccer stuff.
Nothing. You get nothing.
Yeah, Bone, not a World Cup guy.
Chan is out, so really the only people that are left are me, you, Clip, Wes, Ellerby, and Mark. That's it.
Well, who got from?
Jenny. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I left Jenny off the list.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Jenny is still in it too.
Yeah.
What's the price?
A gift card to something somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Belgium in the box. What's in the box? Belgium's in the box, but they're not going to get a goal out of it. It's France and everybody else at this point to me.
Tina's good.
What does that mean?
Argentina.
Which is Wes's team.
I like that you give the country a name. She's all right.
Yeah.
Tina's looking pretty good, actually. pretty racist as well. Learning a lot about these countries throughout this World Cup.
What was the one that said
Paraguay is the worst.
Reading that while you were like, we were on the air the other day, I laughed and I was like, that's probably a bad look.
I don't really think it's that funny. Like it's
that a world leader would say something like that.
It's ridiculous.
The situation is hysterical.
And
don't agree, of course.
I think I'm going to end it there. We'll take a break. We'll come back when we return. Brian North joins us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. We got a lot of guests lined up for the program, including Tony Dunn to talk some NFL. Former Pirate Jake Hunter will join us on the show. DJ Captain Morgan Aylers, and also Kevin Copp, play-by-play voice of the Temple Owls. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a football Hawaiian Shirt Friday. Back after this. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Is your car making strange noises, or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
Think downtown Greenville is hard to get to? Think again. The roads are open and downtown is ready for you. Come see us at Fifth Street Hardware, where you can drive right in for great food, cold drinks, and entertainment all week long. Join us Tuesday for Singo Music Bingo, Wednesday trivia with $1.25 wings, every Thursday for live music or open mic, then kick off the weekend with live music Friday and Saturday, plus yappy hours and fun in the repair shop game room. The roads are open, the patio is waiting, and downtown Greenville is ready to welcome you at Fifth Street Hardware.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Pirate Nation, don't miss a second of the action. Download the free Pirate Radio app today, and you can take us with you wherever you go. You can listen live to all of your favorite shows, including PRL Live. And, of course, you can catch up anytime with archive content like our interview with Junior Smith that we had yesterday on PRL. It's right there at your fingertips, and it's everything you love about Pirate Radio. Just search Pirate Radio in your app store and download it today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Junior Smith was awesome. We'll recap some of that during today's program. He was a great guest, and looking forward to getting him on more when football gets rolling. Same with Paul Truth, and really just looking forward to the season returning. And we'll get you ready for the season with our opponent previews, and got another one of those coming today, as we will talk to Kevin Copp, the play-by-play voice of the Temple Owls, who will join us coming up later on in today's show. Hit a little football and some other topics right now as we head out to the Turner Home Team Live Line. Joining us, Brian North, WCTI 12. North, how you doing today, man?
I'm hot, Clipper. I'm hot.
You're always hot, Brian.
Yeah, that I used to hear, but never anymore.
What, you did used to hear that back in your... Yeah, let's post some photos on Facebook this weekend of hot Brian North.
Back in the day when I looked like Marky Mark and was like, not fat and had all my hair and couldn't afford food and couldn't eat, man.
Yeah. I have seen some buff North shots, and you had, I say had, I'm going to say have a good head of hair on you too. So
it's a hair illusion. I've got a big hole in the ozone, and the ocean, the shorter line is receding, so... it is what it is, but I've won the family battle. Like my brothers, my dad, they were all just about bald by 50. So I won that family fight, which is all that really matters in my life.
We started talking about how hot Brian North is, and Jarrett walked in. Jarrett, anything you want to add? Or
just a hot open, and I wanted to have a front row seat for
it. North, we had a great show yesterday. We had the top 2 rushers in ECU football history on our program. We talked to Rajay Harris every week, who is number 2 on that list, thanks to his good play at running back and his longevity at East Carolina. And then a record that I don't think will be touched, Junior Smith, all-time leading rusher at ECU. And again, we talked about it with Junior, but A, it's a whole lot of yards, and B, I don't think anybody's going to be around long enough to produce those kinds of yards. And Junior said that doesn't totally upset him. He said, hey, come in, get your 3,500 yards and go on about your business. Have a good life, and I'll keep the record. But, man, Junior, a unique Pirate. He's a Hall of Famer, great player, and also coached here, Brian. Got a great perspective on ECU football.
Yeah, sure does. And, he was that guy. He was not big in stature, so he was not recruited by those bigger schools, and he earned his way early and stayed healthy, relatively healthy, and he wasn't going to be an NFL draft guy, so he stayed all 4 years, and that was back in the day when you ran more than you threw it, even with Steve Logan calling the plays. So Junior was a great asset and also a great ambassador to the school. He came back. You talk to guys who recruited him, and he was just an awesome guy to have in your house. So I have nothing but great things to say about Junior. He's always been top class, top-notch guy when it comes to representing ECU football, even when he's not coaching for ECU football.
What's crazy is he's one of those guys that redshirting ain't fun. I want to play, and said that he does regret playing because his freshman season was the Peach Bowl season. And that year, let's see, he had 152 rushing yards, ended his career with over 3,700, and had 152 in his first year, which tells you how insane his other years were. But said that year he had Jeff Blake, and they were throwing it a lot. And he said if he'd kind of waited, could have had even more yards. But can say he was a part of that legendary Peach Bowl team. But man, he talked about the players he played with, the coaches he got knowledge from, and it was a laundry list of all-time Pirates and other people in the football world. It was pretty cool.
He was right in that sweet spot. And look, there was a couple of rough years when he was.
Yeah, he talked about that.
Until his senior year, I guess, when they went to the Liberty Bowl. But,
so they finally had a healthy Crandall and a good team around him.
Yeah, and so it helped not having a good quarterback, right? He was their best option. And so I didn't know he had that few yards that year, that 91 season. So, which, nowadays he could take that as a redshirt season and still have played.
Exactly.
Those guys that played one snap and lost their red shirt, and there's just so many of those stories and how things have changed so much since then.
Oh yeah, it is a completely different ball game these days. Brian North joining us. Brian got the Phil Steele magazine, and we'll talk to Phil Steele coming up next Friday on our show. We do flip throughs. I just land on a team and we talk about players, coaches, things we think about when we get to that team. Jarrett, you can join us as well. And today we're going to talk about the national champions, the Indiana Hoosiers, who I land on a flip through. And before 2020, because I'll say Michael Penix, I think about a little bit with Indiana, even though he transferred. But before that, it was Antoine Randall, and that's about it for me. And now Indiana has given us an entirely different thing to think about when we think of football. And it is, I don't even know, Brian, if we still understand how crazy it is to have Indiana 16-0 national champions, and it was not a fluke. They kicked everybody's butt and were awesome last year.
And did it without even having top 20 NIL. I don't remember where they ranked in NIL. But
did it with a lot of guys from your alma mater, in fact.
Yes.
James Madison.
Yes, we will take credit for that because that's where the head coach was, and JMU has always had really good, solid players, and you have to be good at academics and smart players. And look, he was able to pluck the best of the best from JMU, which was no slouch when he was there. Contending for 1 AA titles, moving up to 1A and being winners right away. So obviously they had some good players, and they benefited from the transfer portal even before it was cool. Being a lower division team, they used to get really good players to come because they didn't have to sit out a year. But it's an attractive campus. If you get people on campus there, you usually have a pretty good shot of landing them. Now, I don't know the NIL situation there. I don't contribute to it, but I
think Mark Cuban has you covered, Brian. I think he said.
Yeah, he's got me in Indiana. I don't JMU. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
There, but at Indiana, and I don't know where they ranked, but I know before Cuban got involved that they were not. I don't believe in the top 10, maybe not top 20.
Yeah,
and that just shows how good of a coaching job and a chemistry job with the GM bringing in players that fit. It's not always having the best players at each position. It's having guys that complement each other, and so I thought they did a great job, and I thought the head coach he's done that everywhere he's been. He's been a winner because he's understood. He may not be the nicest guy in the whole wide world, but he's understood the chemistry and what players bring to a situation to how to make it work in harmony. And he's got it going on right now.
Jared, I just had a discussion right before this conversation outside with a friend I know that was walking into UBE, and we were talking about football, and we were talking about next year, and we don't know, but like Blake Harrell has given us no reason to doubt him at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to have some kind of positivity. Like Indiana, the school and the history gives me no reason to think this is going to stick around. But Kurt Cignetti's there, so you have to believe it's going to continue, right? Like, what do you think of Indiana this year, next year, 2 years from now? What do they look like?
It's just tough because I don't know who they have. You lose Fernando, which
Kurt Cignetti.
Yeah, I know Kurt Cignetti. He's a tough coach. He's gonna get good players. Hell, they won without a 5-star. It was like full of 3-star guys. So I don't know if they'll ever do what they did this year,
Right.
which, I mean, it's 16-0. I don't think anybody is really going to be touching that. So, I mean, no doubt that they can be good, but I just got to see them on the field first.
It's the Big Ten North, and I guess Phil still has some belief in them. He does. Phil still does this cop-out every now and then. It puts Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon #1 in the Big Ten. We'll hold his feet to the fire a little bit when we talk to him next week. But how about you, North? Do you think this is staying power for Indiana? Do they stick around?
Well, certainly they've got name cachet right now. So if you have players that are out there that fit Cignetti's mold of what he wants, they're certainly going to consider it. It's not a bad environment to play. So I just think he's got that momentum and that identifying characteristic, and they've got name cachet on their side. Now, are they upping their money, their NIL to players? Because that's ultimately what seems to be mattering to a lot of these guys. We know Ohio State's reloaded. They've got Terry Moore from Washington playing for them, going to be starting safety. We caught up with Terry when he had his camp, last weekend or so. And, they're pretty excited about what they have in Buckeye Land, as they always do. But again, there's injuries. There's so many factors. It always reminds me kind of the situation now, what the NFL used to be. You used to have dynasties in the NFL. You would draft well, then you could sign free agents. If you were the 49ers, you were the Cowboys, you were the Steelers, you could keep guys around. And then free agency hit, salary cap hit, and that kind of balances things out. And say what you want about NIL and free and the portal, but that balances things out. Guys go looking to get theirs, kind of like free agency, and they can move a lot quicker and faster. So it's harder to have those longer runs like Alabama just recently had, because they can keep players there for a little while. So I still think they'll be good. Catching that lightning in a bottle is going to be tougher and tougher to repeat in this NIL age, unless you get the magic formula and the money all at once, and you stay relatively injury-free.
Brian North joining us. North, I always, when I think of Indiana and what they are right now, having been to the basketball tournament the last 3 years, awesome at baseball, football champions, I think of Nebraska, who did the complete flip, who stink at football, awesome at basketball, awesome at baseball. And football is king. This would be a dumb question. I was going to, if you polled Nebraska, would you rather return to the Tommy Frazier glory days and give up basketball and baseball? I think the answer will be yes in less than a millisecond, right? They want football. They don't care about the other stuff. But it's crazy how these schools, and at Indiana, basketball lovers, right? Would they switch back? Would they take the basketball national championships for football, or has it completely turned now where, hey, football is all that matters? I would love to talk to those two fan bases.
Yeah, I don't think Indiana, I don't think they mind being football champions. And I always say, how much does their stadium hold? Because you start packing people in the stands all the time and selling out, and that creates even a crazier atmosphere. But Freedom, what's the name of the Indiana Hall? Man,
Assembly Hall, I believe.
Assembly Hall, thank you. Where they play, that's iconic. So I think more people are available to get on the bandwagon at Indiana for that. Now, look, I had a really good friend who was a sports director out in Omaha, Nebraska. I've been lucky enough to be at a Nebraska football game on the sidelines. I've seen that passion. The state goes into a whole hangover funk when they lose, and I know that's probably been a long hangover lately, but there is no doubt they would trade everything to be good at football again and be a contender again, because that's how that culture has been since Tom Osborne and before. So it's not like they were just good for a few years in the 90s. Nebraska football has been good for so long that they just know that's how they live and breathe and die out there. And it's nice to have those other two sports in the meantime, but they would trade it all in a heartbeat to have football be back on top.
It's just crazy to me how they can't figure it out. I mean, they get Scott Frost. UCF was amazing, and then that doesn't work. And then you get Matt Rule. You have a great quarterback in Raiola, and that doesn't work. And I just don't see how anything works if this isn't.
I asked Hud if he thought the move from the Big 12 to the Big 10 has an impact. And he did say, not being able to kind of go down into Texas and Oklahoma and get players. Now they're kind of pulling from the Midwest. Well, guess what? You've got all those teams around you that have been pulling from that area for decades, and you're behind. So he said that did have some impact on it.
So you look back at the history of Nebraska football, and when they did well, it's when they recruited players from California and recruited players from other hotbeds and got them out of their environments and got them focused just on football. It's just not that allure anymore for some of these guys, and especially with NIL. Back in those days, scholarship was all you got, and so you got taken care of at Nebraska. Now you get taken care of anywhere. So I don't know if they have the recruiting edge like they used to have, because in Lincoln, you're the only thing in town, and you got taken care of. You were treated like a star. You stay in L.A., you go to some of these other schools, maybe it doesn't work out so well. But Tom Osborne had that system and had the whole kingdom set up. It's just a different age of recruiting and what attracts players now, and that's where Nebraska's having the harder spot, because you got Lincoln and you've got Omaha, and then you got Kansas City a few hours to the south, but there's not much else around there to attract people.
Brian, if I want to bring up Kinston native Brandon Ingram, how do I describe him? What team does he play for?
Yeah, I did not even know the trade was in limbo until I was reading something this morning about it. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? Somebody not pass a physical? And then obviously the whole gambling thing that I did not even know was still a thing is apparently still a thing. But he was at the Clippers summer league game last night.
Okay.
So, with Glorilla, am I getting that right?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's news to me.
Yeah, so he's been dating Glorilla for close to a year now.
This is why we have Brian North on, just to say Glorilla a few times. For me, it would be so awkward, but these guys are pros. He's been in it long enough now. It probably doesn't even bother him. Hey, this team traded you. It's not quite done yet, so you're still on the team. He's probably like, all right, well, do I still get my check? Am I getting? So it probably doesn't bother these guys that much, I would imagine.
I think he liked LA when he was drafted. Not Duke, it was to the Lakers, and obviously that didn't work out when LeBron showed up. So I kind of think he likes the idea of going back to LA. Plus, if he's still dating Glorilla at the time, that probably works.
Did you make a bet with somebody to say Glorilla a bunch of times?
It's like meow and super.
What I'm talking about,
Yeah.
I know that his dad really likes her, and they're all the time on social media stuff.
All right, the new Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Jared, any thoughts on what the hell this is?
Well, this investigation with the aspiration scandal has been going on since January, February, March, and the trade was announced last week. The league year started on Monday. Where has Adam Silver been? Why is this coming out yesterday that it's in limbo?
Yeah, couldn't tell you, but
I don't think Brandon seems to care. I think he's just ready to go to LA. Like I said, him showing up last night, he didn't give interviews, but him showing up to the Clippers game just told me Brandon's a team guy. He really gets involved in the team part of the culture, and so I think he's trying to establish that a little bit already. So I think it's just a matter of semantics. I can't see where the deal doesn't go through unless something, the NBA steps in and says Kawhi's kicked out of the league.
Are the Clippers relevant, Jarrett?
Yeah.
Are they
not without Kawhi, but
well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Then no.
Okay. Brandon can get some stats up?
Yeah.
Well, that was the talk, was that the Clippers didn't really want him, but they will let him rehabilitate from his injury for the playoffs, put up some stats, and then increase his trade value so they could trade him halfway through the season.
There you go. So maybe he'll end up on a contender down the road. All right. North, enjoyed it, man. Yeah. How was New Kids on the Block for your wife a couple weeks ago?
Well, she came back, so I guess that was good.
Donnie's seduction didn't work.
Yeah, apparently Donnie's he's born again now or something. He's on, he's
good for him.
He's not lifting his shirt up during the concert. He's not doing some of his gyrations he used to do. So
okay. He's gyrating for Jesus. That's good to hear.
Shirley knew all that. So.
Glorilla and gyrations.
No, Brian, Shirley's out of our pop culture report with Glorilla and New Kids. You're our new pop culture reporter. So there you go.
That is a scary, scary proposition. You're going to lose a lot of money with that gambling bet.
All right, North. Enjoyed it, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, Clipper. Sounds good. See you, bud.
There is Brian North. Never know where the topic may go with North. I'm holding the ball that Brantley Cutler signed. He played for the Glow Emojis. Is Glorilla in the banana ball circuit?
If they haven't gotten her yet, they need to.
Obviously. She's got to be part of the Chili Peppers and the Glow Emojis.
I'm scared I don't want to smudge the autograph.
I know. I worried about that for a while. I think at this point I got to be pretty safe. I try to avoid the autograph part, but
yeah.
it's holding up pretty well. Appreciate Brantley Cutler dropping that by when he joined us on the program. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 1. Coming up hour 2, Tony Dunn. Again, no news is good news in the NFL at this time of year. But Jarrett's got a topic, and I've got one to bring to the table as well when it comes to the NFL. Also, going to talk to Jake Hunter, get an update on his baseball life and see what he's dealing with at the moment, and talk a little LaMelo Ball trade with the Hornets superfan Jake Hunter. Morgan Ehlers will join us on the program. Kevin Copp will give us a Temple Owls preview. He's the play-by-play voice of Temple. Got our Simply Divine Oil and Wine Best of Pirate Radio. Recap some of our chat with Junior Smith and Greg Hudson yesterday. Awesome having Coach Hud on with the Hall of Famer Junior Smith on yesterday's program. All right, we are back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a Friday after this time out.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Hi, this is Parker Morgan, sales manager at Morgan Printers in Greenville. We're a full-service, family-owned printing company specializing in superior 4-color printing, serving both the commercial and retail markets all across eastern North Carolina. Whether you need personalized marketing and promotional items, posters, business cards, books, magazines, calendars, or invitations, we want to be your print company of choice. Call me anytime to discuss your project needs at 800-962-1972. That's 800-962-1972, or go to morganprinters.com.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hello, friends. There are certain places where magic happens in golf. Augusta, St. Andrews, Pinehurst, and the Birdie Bar. Here, every drive feels 30 yards longer, and every friend suddenly becomes a swing coach after 2 or 3 beers. Step inside for world-class golf simulators, great drinks, and the kind of atmosphere that makes even a triple bogey feel memorable. The Birdie Bar in Greenville, where the only bad lie is the one that says, you don't have time for golf.
The days are hot, but the deals are hotter at Russell's in downtown Washington. Rhonda has all summer merchandise 40 to 75% off. Refresh your wardrobe with great savings from casual comfort to the perfect outfit for weddings, vacation, and everything in between. Whether you're dressing to impress or looking to stay cool, Russell's has all the brands, styles, and customer service you deserve. But don't wait. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
Happy 250th birthday, America! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Let's celebrate freedom and heritage with a little less noise. During IWI's Silent Summer Rebate, purchase a qualifying Tavor 7, Zion 25, Galil Ace Gen 2, or Zion 15 SPR and receive a free Caliber matching suppressor. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber. We'll guide you through every step of the suppressor application process in-house. All NFA rules apply. Let freedom ring a little quieter. Visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here, and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown-friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Braun.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. A lot of action in this World Cup match between Spain and Belgium. Spain struck first. Belgium answered with a goal, and now they play the final minutes of the first half. 1-1 tie between Belgium and España. On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard and our World Cup update brought to you by Greenville United FC. Jamie, we're talking about Indiana. We did a flip through Phil Steele magazine. Phil Steele joins us next Friday. Really looking forward to that. And how good can they be this year? How good are they moving forward? School-wise, you don't put a lot of stock in Indiana being good in football long-term. Head coach-wise, you do with Kurt Cignetti. Jamie, you should be a sports talk radio host with this line. There's an argument they have a better team overall this year. That's such a sports talk thing to say. That's like the Bill Simmons Ewing theory. The Knicks are better without Patrick Ewing. Are the Cavs lose LeBron? Is that good for them long term? Moving forward, one of those things.
They got Kyrie. He came back.
They won a championship.
They got another number one pick.
So the answer is yes, Love. And Jamie's right.
Jamie's not right.
Jamie's right. They finally got rid of their Heisman Trophy winning quarterback and the 8 players they had drafted in the NFL draft. Get those guys out of the way. And now they can play some real football.
They went 16-0. They won the national championship.
What is your argument? You said there's an argument. I'd love to hear it.
Look, the win-loss record may not be better. They may not win a national championship, but the talent on the field is a drastic improvement.
Finally, they get those James Madison schlubs out of the way and can play with some real Big Ten boys. Let's look at their schedule. North Texas, dub, but that could be a fun game. I know North Texas lost their offensive staff and everything.
Yeah. Neil Brown's the coach, so I'm going to say they get trounced.
Okay. Then they play Howard.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Is that Jawan, Jordan, Tim? They got Howard. Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers.
Yeah.
And Northwestern, all at home.
4-0.
They then go to Rutgers and go to Nebraska. Be favored in those games.
6-0.
So they're going to be 6-0 when they play the Ohio State.
Loss.
Rematch of the Big 10 championship game. Man, remember the final score of that game?
13-10.
Look at you over here, Rain Man.
Fernando, man.
Fernando Mania. They go Ohio State and at Michigan back-to-back.
Michigan... I don't know what to think of Michigan.
We were asking earlier, is Biff Poggi still on the staff? That could determine your answer on that one. They got Minnesota at home. They got USC at home coming off a bye. Then they go at Washington, Purdue. Goodness gracious. I mean, that looks very, very winnable.
10-2.
Outside of those two in the middle. And if you lose 2 Big Ten games, can you make it to the Big Ten championship?
Not knowing Oregon's schedule, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
I think it's the highest state in Oregon.
But if Indiana, the reigning champion, is 10-2, if they go 10-2 with losses to Ohio State and at Michigan, are they an at-large in the playoff? I mean, they're right there on the bubble if they're not.
And, I mean, it comes back to the argument. I mean, they might be better.
Jamie, you sold us. Here are Jamie's answers. He says he needs an hour to go over it with you. You have 3 minutes. He says they have more depth at O-line, 2 of the top 4 receivers in the country, a quarterback who's top 5 in the country. He's top 5 for sure.
In theory. Let's see him play.
So, hey, Jamie said there's an argument. He made an argument. So you're not wrong, Jamie.
Well, he's not wrong that there's an argument, but he's wrong again the argument.
I tell you what, I have another little mini football segment I want to do with you, Jarrett, but we'll save that because I won't have more than 5 minutes, and I'll have you take a look. I'm looking at the odds to win the American. We had Jeff Nadeau on yesterday to preview the American. Mm-hmm. He doesn't love the Navy love. He's fine with UTSA being picked a winner. He likes Army at plus 600.
Yeah.
Said he sees some value there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you pick a team out of the top 4 odds.
Who are they?
Navy, and I don't want you to do it right now, but I'm going to give you the teams. Navy, UTSA, Army, Tulane. So you're going to pick a team out of that group to win. You're going to pick a team out of the next 3. Melville, East Carolina, South Florida. And then you're going to pick a team, the bottom half. North Texas, FAU, Tulsa, Temple, Rice, Charlotte, UAB.
Okay.
So we're going to have 3 tiers, and I'm going to have you pick a team out of each group and give me a very short reason, unless you have a long answer as to why. But we'll do that coming up later on in the show. But it is fun to look at these odds. Big Ten odds, by the way. The Ohio State is favored at plus 180, followed by Indiana plus 250, Oregon plus 260. You like the Ducks?
Yeah, quack.
You like the need a nap?
Yeah.
You know what? You said you went after it pretty good, so I'm glad you're still with us here at 3:52 on a Friday. Because if you weren't producing and we had intern Avery here, say, well,
I might head out.
I might head out after Tony. But we got J-Bone here the entire day. That is awesome. We had Chandler here on the show all 3 hours yesterday. Some liked the show, some hated it. Chandler ruined the show yesterday. Never have him on 3 hours again.
Ratings killer.
The Chan Man. Had fun with Chandler on Thursday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. All right, we'll take a break. Hour 2, we got Tony Dunn. J-Bone. It's been like a month since we talked about Derek Carr, so we have to talk about Derek Carr.
The GOAT.
I have a topic. I'll go ahead and let you ponder on it for a moment, Jarrett. John Riggins having his number 44 retired by the Commanders. What is the next Raiders jersey that they should retire? And let me check to see. Raiders retired number. Some teams don't retire numbers, and the Raiders do not either. So that's an easy one for you. Who should be the first Raider to have their jersey retired? Don't answer.
Oh, I got to take this
okay.
Plethora.
Is there?
Yeah.
Not from your time watching.
There's like one from my time.
But we'll ask Tony Dunn the same question. With the Panthers, Jamie, how about your Colts? Jerry, how about your Titans? I mean, does the number 28 get retired by the Tennessee Titans? We'll talk about that and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday after these words.
Riley
Riley's Army is hosting its biggest fundraising event of the year, the Hearts of Gold Gala, Saturday, September 19th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Rock Springs Center. Enjoy an elegant evening supporting local pediatric cancer children and families, featuring live music by Holden Dixon, dinner, a cash bar, entertainment by DJ Dog, a silent auction, guest speakers, and more. Tickets and tables are available now, but they may sell out fast. Visit Riley'sArmy.com to purchase yours today. Sponsorship opportunities are still available. Join Riley's Army and help bring hope to local families.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now, because they have as low as 1.9% APR available for 36 months with approved credit. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the pirates fly.
Looking for Washington's favorite place to eat? The spot locals keep coming back to. Head to Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now open 7 days a week, Down on Main is serving up all your favorites. From the house salad with grilled chicken, to the half club and chips, to the crowd-pleasing fried shrimp plate. After a long day, unwind with dinner and drinks on the patio. It's the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends. And don't miss Wednesdays, half-price wings from 4 till close. Down on Main Street, right on Main Street in historic downtown Washington.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Get your Doug Henry. Welcome back into the program. Jake Hunter going to join us later on this hour. DJ Captain Morgan Ayler's coming up in hour 3, along with Kevin Copp, as we'll continue our opponent previews. And spoiler alert, we had quite a bit to talk about with Temple, because they are one of the few teams we have discussed to this point that has a good number of returners. And said it earlier, Jared, that to use a Zach Kaplan phrase, that was a fulcrum game for Temple last year when they played ECU. And I remember, man, I'm going to go back. Let me go back.
How far back you going?
How you remember all this stuff, Clip?
How you remember that, Clip?
I mean, you know what, Rajay? I just do.
That's good.
I remember leading up to it like, you know what? Screw all this I'm scared of Temple talk. I'm nervous about Temple. Because at that time, they had come off 2 straight road wins. They were 5-3.
Yeah.
A win away from bowl eligibility. Their quarterback had not thrown a pick all year. So what do? We pick him off in the first quarter. Get that out of the way.
I think that was Jamarly.
And then, what's he up to these days?
Going fast, man.
Going fast. He's in a fast car. Not with Tracy Chapman. But got that out of the way and then just beat them down. And I'm not saying we ruined their season, because they were pretty much backloaded with good American teams, but they did not win again the rest of the year and did not go to a bowl game. And what was a really positive year for Keeler, Coach Keeler, did not turn out positive, although we'll ask Kevin Copp about it and get his thoughts on your.
I just remember that team being demoralized coming off the field because it got a little rowdy. I mean, we took it to them and they didn't like it. And there was some shoving, and that made me mad because it's like, we've already been out here long enough. Let's go ahead and hurry this up.
I figured you'd like a little shoving in your sports.
Not late in the fourth quarter when it's that cold Philly air.
You want competitive shoving in a nice temperature?
Yeah.
Competitive shoving, good temp.
Like the shoving in the Coastal Carolina game. Nice, because, hey, it's nighttime at the beach. It's warm.
You'll take that. All right, Tony Dunn joining us on the Turner Home Team live line. How you doing, Tony?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Went to an estate sale. Now I think I should have got some movies for Tony. My in-laws, Tony, and they had a box of VHS tapes. And Jarrett's an old soul, and his favorite movie is Jaws, but he talks about Rambo a lot. So I brought him a VHS copy of Rambo, First Blood Part 2, 1, 2, and 3 of Lethal Weapon, and Heat. And now I'm thinking, like, Tony likes that era of films. I should have looked and see if I could have found you anything. Would you like display a VHS collection, or do you actually own a VHS player that you could watch these movies on?
No, I jettisoned. It was like it took me a long time because you know how when we grew up, I mean, that was like, you collected DVDs or before.
Oh yeah, the DVD case, yeah.
Yeah, and I had a million of them, especially too when eBay got invented, and you could just go and buy the most random, used DVDs. And I had them forever, and I had them in my attic. And I just finally said, I don't even have a DVD player, DVD player that worked. I was like, I want to keep them in case something happens, like the internet, we never works again or something. And I said, man, I have to play them on my PlayStation. And so I finally just donated them, or I think I took them to David's Used Books. But it actually was very tough, Clip, to like.
Oh, no, you ain't got to tell me, man. I understand that. I was thinking about it today. I wish I had my big CD case that I had in the car back in the day. Like, I wish I still had that, and my old DVDs. Tony, like a lot of people, like build bunkers and prep for the apocalypse. Tony just kept his DVD player and DVDs.
That's
just
why,
in case the world ended, he would have that.
My collection started because the internet was out and I couldn't do anything. And I also wanted to watch this movie that wasn't on anything. And so that's what really started it.
Yeah. Tony Dunn joining us, Turner Home Team live line. All right, we got a couple of topics today. I'm going to go ahead and give you this one, Tony, so you can think about it while we discuss topic one. John Riggins, Redskins great, getting his number 44 retired in Washington. Who is the next Panther? What is the next Panthers number you want and that should be retired? So think about that one. We'll get to that in a moment. But Jarrett, We need a counter on the wall. Days not talked about Derek Carr. I think we're at about 32 maybe.
Yeah.
So we got to, you wanted to bring him up today.
Yeah, I saw a report this morning. Derek Carr said that multiple teams have reached out to him about coming in to play quarterback, but he's enjoying retirement, so he's not really entertained them that much, and got me thinking, what teams would he start for?
What teams in the NFL could Derek Carr start for week 1 in 2026? Jarrett, I thought of a team that will not sign him. They will not sign him, but if they did, he would start day 1. Or in my opinion, I would start him in day 1.
Yeah.
But that team has 2 quarterbacks that you look at as capable quarterbacks, one young, one old and older and brittle, and you're worried about his health. But they're not going to bring in Derek Carr with these 2 guys on their roster. I'm thinking the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, okay.
From day 1, I would start Carr over Penix and Tua.
That was one of the teams that entered my mind. I thought you were going to go with the Raiders, but I mean, we had that discussion before.
So who would that be? Young Fernando and
old Kirk Cousins.
Oh, that's a way better situation, obviously.
Yeah.
Way better situation than Atlanta.
Yeah, of course. But, like, before we signed Kirk Cousins, we had the discussion Flacco, Carr, or Cousins. And I'm glad we went with Cousins, but I think Derek Carr could start for the Raiders.
What do you think? What do you think about that, Tony? Atlanta, like Penix, okay, he could still be something. Tua has put up amazing numbers, with some really, really fast receivers, but hasn't really won anything. Is it fair? Like, is it crazy to say Derek Carr could start there?
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, I don't think Atlanta knows who they're starting right now.
Yeah.
And I think probably Michael Penix is, maybe arguably has the physical upside, but he's been dealing, he's had 5 career-ending injuries, I think, through college and now the pros.
Yeah.
And Tua has had 5 career-ending concussions.
I didn't even think about that with Penix. That's a risky situation. Maybe they do bring in Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about who's the quarterback for the Cardinals?
So, that's an obvious one.
They have Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, and Carson Beck.
I mean, I don't hate Brissett like as a stopgap, but Brissett versus Carr, I mean, I'd just as soon see Derek Carr there than
Absolutely.
Brissett.
My thought with Arizona is, why not just start Carson Beck? You're not going to be anything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if anything, like, either he is great and he's your franchise guy, or you're a bottom of the league team like you're going to be with those other 2 guys.
Is Brissett still like holding out or whatever?
I think he finally showed up to OTAs. That was one of the worst holdouts I can remember.
I think it's hilarious. Like, it tells you how bad the Cardinals are. And credit to him. He's like, look, I know I ain't crap.
He's
but
getting paid
y'all ain't
backup
got nothing
money,
else.
but you want me to start, so give me starter money.
Yeah, I don't blame him. At Minnesota, but no. I mean, obviously, you're gonna go with Kyler Murray, and I would.
Good Lord,
I would go with Murray over Carr. I know you wouldn't. How about you?
I would in that situation.
Okay. But nobody in the East, nobody in the NFC North. Saints, Panthers, and Bucks are good. But are the Bucks good?
Baker's in a contract dispute. I think this might be his last year in Tampa, but I would start Baker over Derek Carr right now.
Do they have a young guy? I feel like I look this up all the time.
Yeah.
Oh no, they have whoever's behind Baker is a nobody.
Yeah, Jake Browning, Connor Bazelak. Oh, Jalen Daniels. That's from Kansas.
Yeah.
Which he's not going to be a great NFL player, but I liked him in college. AFC.
We already talked about the Raiders.
Gino's in trouble.
Yeah.
Maybe Carr goes to the Jets.
The Jets and Dolphins are the big ones for me.
Yeah. I saw somebody
say the same thing, and the irony of this is that you're just talking about the Raiders. Now you're talking about the Jets, and Carr's played for the Raiders. Gino's played for the Raiders. Like, I mean, let's just do a carousel. They all need to go play for the Jets now.
I mean, for Raiders fans like Jarrett, hopefully their quarterback carousel's over for a while.
I believe it is.
And they got their guy. Cover your ears, Shirley. I saw somebody post like the Dolphins projected starting lineup and said, is this the worst starting lineup in NFL history? And
like, I like Malik Willis, but who is he going to throw the ball to?
I like Achane as well. And Ollie Gordon. So, like, okay, Willis, Achan, Gordon. All right, you can do something with that, but you got to have somebody to throw to. So he's got his starting receivers, Malik Washington, Tutu Atwell, Jalen Tolbert. Atwell and Tolbert are cast-offs from previous teams. Who's Malik Washington? Is he a rookie?
He's a rookie.
Or a second-year guy? And then they've got their... Okay, so they must have a good tight end. Their tight end is Greg Dulcich?
Oh, Dulcich?
Dulcich?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bleak.
Yeah. That's the thing where it's like they're tanking for a quarterback. It's like they need a whole new team. What do you mean tanking for a quarterback?
Yeah. What did they... Who they
whole new everything.
Shirley, I said cover your ear.
Hey, Hard Rock Stadium's kind of nice.
They got that going for them.
I got a question about this, is that when we think about fan bases that have endured, like, through just tumults, I mean, you think of the ones that come to mind for me are the Jets and the Browns. But, you know, we don't think about them, but they really have.
You cut out. Did you say the Dolphins?
I mean, like
Tony.
Yeah, the Dolphins have had a rough. Sorry, I'm at Harker's Island. Can you hear me?
Yeah, not Harper's Island where they had all those murders on that TV show, right?
No.
Okay.
Harker's Island.
Okay, good.
Signal out here, but the Dolphins somehow escaped this conversation sometimes, or at least I just feel like they don't get the shade. I mean, I don't think about them even.
I think I know why. I think I know a few reasons. First of all, cool uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Browns are like brown and orange.
Yeah,
that's ugly.
And
The Jets, man, that's great. The weather. Miserable weather in the winter in New York and Cleveland. It's always sunny. You turn on the Dolphins game, it's always beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's really the only reasons I got. Why do we not crap on the Dolphins more? I don't know.
They haven't won a playoff game since 2000.
So, and
sorry,
was it 99 or 2000? I think it was 99, I guess, when Dan Marino's last game, they gave up 60-some points to the Jaguars in his final game. So, like, it has been really bad. And you're right, Tony. They escape. I mean, I hear, like, Redskins and Raiders, obviously, more than I do Dolphins as far as crap franchises.
Yeah.
The last... Let me find this stat.
And I'm glad the Lions have escaped this conversation. I don't think we give enough credit to what Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes have done there.
It was the last... Man, I wish I had it. This might be incorrect. But maybe it was the last time the Jets and Dolphins won the division. They had the same quarterback, Chad Pennington. I think I read that. I need to find that.
Did they not win with Sanchez?
Well, I know they were always I feel like they were on the road a lot in those days. Maybe they were a wild card, but I know they won playoff games.
Yeah,
so it wasn't
conference championship 2 years in a row.
Yeah, maybe they did, but it was some stat the last time they had a certain amount of wins or whatever. But it was Chad Pennington was the quarterback, which is kind of sad and crazy.
Hey, you know what? Another name that I think this one was Joey Harrington. Did he play for the Dolphins?
Well, yeah, he was drafted by the Lions. I love how Tony messes up big names, but can pull Joey Harrington. That's crazy. Who was awesome at Oregon. And then he was one of those bust guys in the NFL, unfortunately. But yeah, Tony remembers Joey Harrington's 2006 one season in Miami.
That I know it is kind of bananas when you think of it like that. That I can't even remember players on my own team.
Joey Harrington had 12 touchdowns, 15 interceptions 1 year in Miami. Tony remembers every one of them.
20 years ago.
That's awesome. Any other teams for Carr?
I don't believe so. I mean, I would throw the Colts in there.
I thought about them, but we're saying start, not play. He's not going to start over Danny Dimes.
Off an Achilles?
Yeah, they just paid him a bunch of money too.
Yeah,
I'm saying if he's not healthy enough to play, he'll start. But also saw this week Mahomes.
Week 8,
week 10, week 8 or week 10 for Mahomes, something like that. So who's starting week 1 for the Chiefs?
Justin Fields.
Oh, interesting. Okay, all right. I might have stumped myself with this next question. John Riggins having his number 44 retired by Washington. who's the next number jersey your franchise should retire. I looked at Washington's, and I was like, have they retired Darryl Green? The answer is yes. So they got Green, Monk, Sean Taylor, and then some older guys as well. Nobody in the modern era since I've been watching should have their number retired. Like, I love Santana Moss and Clinton Portis and some guys, but none worthy enough to have their jersey retired. I thought about like Doug Williams. If you retire 17, does that mean you need to retire Mark Rippon? And if you're going to do that, you probably do Joe Theismann before those guys. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a standstill with the next Redskin. Riggins was the perfect pick, in my opinion. I guess go Joe Theismann would be my answer, but that's kind of getting a little nitpicky. How about Jarrett? Who should be the first number? Because the Raiders have 0 retired jersey numbers. Who should be the first Raider to have their jersey retired?
I mean, there's so many. I mean, just personally to me, it would be Ken Stabler or Howie Long.
Yeah,
or
two awesome choices.
Charles Woodson. I mean, assuming that numbers have been retired and everybody you think of for the Raiders would have, I think Charles Woodson's time would be coming up.
All right. And again, like Tim Brown.
Yeah.
Like the Raiders are one of those organizations that have 0 retired jerseys, so you could retire 7 next year.
You'd have to retire all of them.
Yeah, right.
We've had so many great players.
Tony, you got the pick of the litter because the only number the Panthers have retired is 51. Now, you don't have the longevity of an organization, but now you've got a couple Hall of Famers you can choose from. You've got your lover boy quarterback you can choose. So 51... Sam Mills is retired. Who is the second Panther? Who's the second? What's the second number to get retired, Tony?
I mean, it's got to be 90.
Yeah.
For Peppers.
I hear the reluctance in your voice. You want to say number 1 so bad.
No, it's got to be.
So you go 90 over 59?
89.
Is that Kuechly? 89? That's a good one. Yeah. But you got to go Pep.
90 for sure. I think it goes. I think the order is 90, 89. 59, 1.
But 1 before 17? Was that Delone?
Yeah.
You don't do Delone. But
Matt Moore.
I think I like that. I don't know if I like the jersey. I mean, I think it's cool to retire numbers and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's cool in one hand, and then I think that's why they have the Ring of Honor and
I know
that they like. So I think that. I mean, you're like, if you're the Yankees and you retire all the greats, like, I mean, you're talking like these guys are playing with 198 as their number at some point on the jersey.
Well, you're right. That's a good point. My counterpoint would be you got an absolute bum on the Panthers where at 90, 89, 59, and 1, that's going to piss you off a little bit, Tony.
Yeah. True. I mean,
like, get him out of that jersey. You should at least have to be good to wear, one of those numbers.
I agree with that. In fact, I think there is kind of an unspoken rule about, like, these guys wearing a number for, particularly if they play the same position. Now that they're wearing different numbers, like, there's not as many rules. But if you come in and you're a defensive end and you're picked in the 6th round and you go, I want number 90, I mean, come on. I mean, I think you almost have to earn the numbers. You could run. There wasn't a rule in the United States that you couldn't be president more than 2 terms until FDR, right? It was just an unspoken rule because George Washington did it. But it was after FDR got elected 4 terms, they decided, let's put in the Constitution. So right now, I think it is kind of an unspoken rule, and some of these teams is like, we don't let bums wear 89, or you have earned it. Maybe, I don't know. So, but that's a good point. Is a scrub in that number is like a stain on that legacy in some ways.
I like your point too, that like now that anybody can wear any number, maybe just don't let an offensive player wear number 1. Maybe a DB or something wears number 1, and that's a little, keep it off of the offensive side of the ball. I don't know.
Since we're on the topic, did you see the Tim Hardaway thing with the Heat? So his number's retired, 10.
Yeah.
And they signed Tim Hardaway Jr. And he's like, I want to wear 10 to honor my dad. And Tim Hardaway said, no, that's my number. And then everybody crapped on him, so he let him wear it.
Oh, I hate that he went back on it. You got to stay. And we've heard like these things have happened. In fact, wait a minute. Let me look at something real quick.
I like this, man. I say don't. I mean, I think that this generation is soft. That's what I'm saying. Is tell that kid he can't wear that number.
It's his son.
I know.
Well, if anybody, you should be able to tell your son what to do.
You gave him your name. You can't let him wear 10.
That is true. Tim Hardaway is my name. Change your name. He's like, Dad, you gave me this name.
What if they put 10 Junior on it? They put a junior on beside the number.
Little 10.
But it was funny. They had a press conference and Pat Riley lifts the jersey up. He's like, I thought this one was in the rafters.
I did not see that discussion. That's funny. But I feel like have there been unretired jerseys? I know there's been players that have asked.
Yeah.
Like, who was the quarterback that did it with a legend recently? Who am I thinking of? I don't know. It doesn't come to mind.
Aiden O'Connell with Derek Carr?
No. Speaking of Derek Carr, Jamie posted his career record.
Yeah, that's fine. He's in a bad team.
77 and 92.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Jones record.
Arm is cooked, man. His shoulder is cooked.
Jerry says, ask Jerry about Tennessee. Oh, by the way, Jamie dropped also that Peyton Manning, the only Indianapolis Colt to have his jersey retired. I guess everybody else is Baltimore.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Do you go Edge? Do you go Freeney, Mathis, any of those guys? Reggie Wayne, Harrison? Jerry says, outside of CJ2K, eventually, Derrick Henry should be the next Titan to have his number retired.
I assume they already retired George.
I'm thinking they got Eddie George and Tim McNair, I would think. Let me look. Titans retired numbers. Number 1, Warren Moon.
Mm-hmm.
They got McNair, George, Earl Campbell. Great comedian Jim Norton.
Yes.
Stupid. Number 74, Bruce Matthews, and also Elvin Bethea. So they got a number of retired uniforms there. All right. Anything in the NFL news, or we'll let Tony get back to his island, being an island boy. Got anything else, Jared? Nope. All right, Tony. Well, we'll check in with you next week, man.
Yep, I'll see you then.
All right. We'll check in with Tony next week. The Commanders signed a guy, Jared. Does this matter? Should I care? They signed Rasul Douglas. I feel like at one point that was a good name to sign, right?
Yeah, but
not at this point.
Depth.
Yeah. Let's look at the Rasul Douglas. He's got to be a Pro Bowler, right?
I think.
No. Super Bowl champion, not a Pro Bowler. Has been in the league since 2017. We'll take a break, come back. When we return, talk to Jake Hunter. See what's going on with his baseball career. I'll ask him about some fellas he knows quite well, being on the ECU coaching staff now. And also, Jake was a bit distraught when the Hornets traded LaMelo Ball. We'll get his thoughts on that as well. Jake Hunter joins us, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see. Or a car, or a truck, or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. the name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
This is ECU Hall of Famer Junior Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Welcome back to Pirate Radio Live here on a Hawaiian Shirt Football Friday. Take a little break from the football chatter and bring on a baseball guest, former Pirate righty Jake Hunter, who is in minor league baseball, and he'll give us an update on what he is up to and talk some other topics as well as he joins us on the Turner Home Team Live line. Jake, good to chat with you again. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We got a lot to discuss. Before we get into the meat of our conversation, which is Hornets basketball, let's talk some baseball. What's going on in your baseball life, Jake? Give us an update.
Yeah, well, not much really. I got hurt at the beginning of spring training, shoulder impingement, inflammation. So kind of been dealing with that. Had a little setback in the rehab last week, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that is part of an athlete's life, unfortunately. Not that I know that personally. I have learned that from talking to athletes over the years, but still fighting through it, Jake. Still, the plan is to to keep your professional career going if you can get through this. Is that right?
Yeah, no doubt. We'll see. I'm not sure what the plan is. I meet with some doctors next week and kind of plan back out the rehab and yeah. So but I'm feeling good. Body's feeling good. Really just got to get this shoulder down and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, and then that's positive. It just stinks talking. We talked to Rajay Harris every week, and we were excited for him to get a shot in the UFL, and he goes out there and makes his debut, and then the following week gets injured week 2, and like yourself, he has battled through and battled back from injuries in the past and has to start that whole process over again, but goes into it with a positive mindset. And I don't know, Jake, does dealing with your past injuries, does it help at all? Or I guess it sucks every time, right? You have to go through this kind of thing, but does at least dealing with it before help you out a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I feel like for me, this one's been a little bit more challenging than the elbow. I feel like the elbow is kind of more direct, like a direct path, where the shoulder's kind of, hey, let's see how you feel with this, and then it's kind of more how you feel, because obviously you really don't want to do too much to it. There's not a lot of blood flow that goes in there, so I would say this one's definitely been more frustrating, but I mean, pretty much just grateful to be here, take it day by day, and one day it'll work out.
Jake Hunter joining us. Jake, good news, bad news. Bad news, man, at East Carolina, if you're successful, other schools are going to come after your coaches and grab them. Good news is the Pirates have East Carolina, Greenville is a place where coaches want to go, and we also happen to have a great pipeline of talent. So with all that being said, how cool is it to see Thomas Francisco, Bryant Packard, and Jake Agnos a part of the coaching staff now? They were around, and now they've got some big titles with this ECU baseball program. How neat is that to see for you?
Yeah, that's super cool. I mean, I don't really know Jake too much personally. I played with Zach, obviously, my freshman year, but Franny and Pack have been there for my last, I think, 2 or 3 years. So, I mean, they're all great guys. I've talked to Jake a few times, but I mean, I'm sure CG's fired up to have him there. I'm sure they're fired up to be there. I mean, really, I know those guys want to go to Omaha too. So, I mean, I think it's always a good spot. I think, they all are pretty knowledgeable about the game and can really help some guys out.
After your playing days are over, is coaching, training in your future, or do you see yourself getting in a non-baseball line of work?
I think I would definitely love to stay in baseball, whether that be my degrees in exercise physiology. So whether that be in the training room aspect, the weight room aspect, or pitching coach aspect, I mean, I think I definitely want to be around the game. I mean, it's given me a lot of experiences and a lot of joy. So I would love to give back, honestly.
This is going to sound like a strange question, but I had like a 15-minute conversation about protective cups with Mike Mullis the other day. The Jazz Chisholm injury, and he says after the injury, I'm still not going to wear a cup. Of course, Jacob Jenkins Cowart had a bit of a rough injury in that man region. So, Jake, I guess my question is, do any pitchers wear cups? And when's the last time you wore a cup playing baseball?
I don't think pitchers wear cups.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time probably my last year of Little League, I think. I mean, maybe, it was like probably 6th grade of middle school.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
And batters wear a ton of protective gear, the elbow, the shin, whatever. I guess there's not a ton of defensive protective gear. As a pitcher, you're getting shots right back at you. Like, is there anything you can wear, or you're just kind of out there by yourself, right, on an island?
Yeah, I mean, they got those like hats or whatever. I don't know. They tried them out a few years ago, and I mean, they looked kind of dumb, so no one really wore them.
Yeah.
But no, really, I mean, there's really not much you can do to protect yourself. You got a glove. That's kind of it.
When's the last time you hit a home run?
Last time I hit a home run. Actually, it was my senior year in the high school state playoffs. I hit a walk-off home run to send us to the second round.
Boom.
So that was pretty cool. I had really not hit very well that year, and I think I hit a triple and a home run that game, which is just not a good recipe for the other team if you're letting me hit a triple and a home run in the same game.
Like, two things I'll never do in life: hit a walk-off home run or dunk a basketball. Could you dunk a basketball, Jake?
I used to be able to. I haven't tried it in a while. I used to play, so I hope I'd be able to.
What feeling is better, hitting that home run or dunking? I guess walk-off's different. How about hitting a home run or dunking, like in general? Not a walk-off home run, but just what's the better feeling?
I mean, I've never dunked in like a real game, in a pickup game, but not like, I don't know. I feel like dunking a basketball and getting the crowd hyped up would be really cool.
No doubt, man. I guess the only thing I could do cool in sports these days is hole in one, maybe. That's like the only shot I have now.
You have a better chance than me.
Nah, well, I don't know about that. All right, Jake Hunter joining us. Jared, you want to talk Hornets?
Yeah, let's talk some Charlotte.
So, Jake, hopefully you're able to talk about it now, because I did get a text from you a few weeks ago that said, I don't want to talk about it. LaMelo Ball traded. Gosh, I got kind of mixed feelings on this thing. I have said some not so great things about LaMelo in the past, so it's almost like be careful what you wish for if you're me. So I've got to accept this trade. But apparently you were not a fan of it. So how are you feeling here a few weeks later?
I can understand why they did it. Now that I've kind of sat back and looked at everything, I mean, it's pretty hard to trade your offensive engine after you went like 33-8 or something in the second half.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can understand it. Team's probably going to get pretty expensive here in a few years with Miller and Knipple, and I mean, he's a great player. You got a decent amount back for him. So I mean, I get it, but I'm very interested to see kind of how the team looks without his playmaking, for sure.
Yeah, I think this is not good for the short term. I think they're definitely going to take a few steps back this season. But for the long term, I think the outlook is great. I mean, you got a lot of assets that you can maybe turn into something. Or, I mean, maybe Brandon Miller takes that step and becomes the star I think he can be.
Yeah, no doubt. He definitely needs another step.
Man, the issue is, though, we did have a little bit of short-term fun, and you saw what it did to the building, and the Hive was alive, and folks got excited, and you put the second half of last season, and let's start at that point with that starting five in 26-27. We're a top 4, 5, 6 seed or whatever you would think, but instead they break it apart and say, well, not so fast. We're gonna keep building this thing, which it seems like we've tried to do forever and ever. That's the frustration of it. So you gotta hope it pays off. Jake, I mean, do you think there's like another shoe to drop with this? Like, is this isn't the end look of the team without LaMelo? So
I mean, yeah, I think they're probably done. I mean, I feel like they kind of took advantage of what Minnesota kind of had to offer, and they created that big old cap space or whatever.
Yeah.
Trade exception. I don't really know what that is, but
yeah, well, I've said the same.
I mean, I don't think the team's going to be bad. I think they're going to be a play-in, maybe bottom of the barrel playoff. I mean, Kobe White's still good. It's just you did kind of lose your main guy, but
yeah.
Like I said, I mean, 3 or 4 years down the line, if we draft or if we are really good, are we really going to care about the trade? I don't know.
It's just tough to have an outlook whether the trades were made or not. Like if we ran it back or made these moves, like there's like 2 or 3 like bad teams in the East. Like the East is going to be dominant next year.
Yeah. I think we're kind of destined for another play-in spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're making the 6th seed with that team.
Yeah.
Especially if the East shaked out how it did. And I mean, LeBron's still got somewhere to go. Maybe he'll sign with the Hornets.
And look, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm glad, if the reports are true, that they did not want to get rid of Brandon Miller in any of these trades. I'm glad they believe in him. I hope he takes that and takes that next step. I think he's got the tools to do it. But Jake, I've always said, like, if LaMelo was the face of the team, I think Brandon Miller has been the mouthpiece of this team. He's the guy you want to go to for post-game interviews. He's thanking the fans. He's talking about his teammates. Pretty humble guy. So I think he can be like the face of a team. And he just, like you said, he's got another step or two to take to be that superstar.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think Brandon really got all the makeup and the physical traits that you see in like the All-Stars and MVPs and all that out on the wing, but really just needs to get more efficient, a little bit better playmaking. I believe in him. I think he's obviously super talented. He really hasn't gotten to have an off season ever. He's been hurt every off season.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see how he does.
And are either y'all worried that we've seen, and look, it's kind of dumb to say, but some guys max out their potential. I know it's dumb to say as a rookie, but like, are you worried we've seen the best of Con Knueppel and he's not going to get any better than he was the first 3 quarters of last year?
I think he's going to be better because, just videos I've seen, he's gotten a lot more lean. Last year, he looked like he had some baby fat, and then obviously at the end, he gassed out. But, you look at how his schedule went with making the Elite Eight, then straight into the Summer League, and then
year-round.
Yeah. He's going to have rest. The body looks good. I think he has a lot of room to grow.
How about you, Jake?
I think if this is where Con Knueppel kind of averages, I think every single person ever would take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
PM,
so worst case scenario, if that is his best, okay, we're good. We're fine. We'll take that.
He's going to be a 15 to 18 point per game scorer shooting 40+% from 3. I would take that.
If he's shooting 40+% from 3, good Lord.
He shot 43 last year?
Yeah.
44, something like that.
All right. Okay. You know what? I came away from this a little more optimistic than I thought I'd be with you, Jake. Seems like you've come around a little bit.
The LaMelo hurts, but I think long term they obviously have a plan. The GM's he's made some really good trades the last few years, so something's going on.
All right, Jake Hunter joining us. Jake, we're wishing you the best for your personal success. So get right and get back on the mound, and we'll be watching you and pulling for you. Appreciate you joining us, man, and we'll talk to you again down the road, buddy.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you.
There is Jake Hunter joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. I found that most of these guys enjoy talking about other things than themselves and what they do for work. So, like, if I can find a hook with a guy, Danny Beal would come on and he'd talk about his stuff, but Boston sports, he could go forever.
Yeah.
Jake Hunter, diehard Hornets guy. When they were winning 18, 25 games, I remember specifically one time they're down 40 in a meaningless game late in the year. And he had said previously, I watch every Hornets game. I said, no way you're watching this. Immediately got a text back of the TV screen of him watching us get our, like, why would you even do this? So, but some guys, they have other interests. And I knew if I said, hey man, let's talk Hornets, he'd come on the show. But Jake Hunter pulling for him to make a recovery, made an epic recovery for his final season here at ECU. And, going to do the same and get back in pro baseball as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back, have more for you. When we return, we'll look at the American odds to win the championship, the conference championship. Kind of break it down into tiers and pick our favorite numbers from the group and talk a little American football. Had a good preview with Jeff Nadeau yesterday on the show. If you want to check that out, it is on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV, with all of our Pirate Radio Lives throughout the week. We'll take a break, come back, have more for you after this timeout.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Play ball!
Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
What's better than exploring downtown Washington? Tasting it. Join a food tour with Forks of Little Washington and discover the local flavor. Stroll the historic waterfront and enjoy delicious bites from some of the town's favorite restaurants and specialty shops. Food tours combine great food, local history, and unforgettable stories into one delicious experience. Whether you're a foodie, a visitor, or a local looking for a new adventure, there's no better way to experience Washington. For pricing and reservations, visit forksoflittlewashington.com. Brought to you by visitwashingtonnc.com.
Think downtown Greenville is hard to get to? Think again. The roads are open and downtown is ready for you. Come see us at Fifth Street Hardware, where you can drive right in for great food, cold drinks, and entertainment all week long. Join us Tuesday for Singo Music Bingo, Wednesday trivia with $1.25 wings, every Thursday for live music or open mic, then kick off the weekend with live music Friday and Saturday, plus yappy hours and fun in the repair shop game room. The roads are open, the patio is waiting, and downtown Greenville is ready to welcome you at Fifth Street Hardware.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or aa.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the pirates fly.
What's going on, guys? This is Inky Johnson. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. They have one of the biggest used car inventories in eastern North Carolina. You can shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right. Last year, the Tulane Green Wave defeated the North Texas Mean Green to win the American Conference Championship. Both teams 7-1 to get to that championship game. Remember, like the last few weeks, we were doing some math on how ECU could get to the championship.
Yeah, and then we went to San Antonio and
but that was fun. That was enjoyable. Let's do that. Let's be in the chase. Let's be in the hunt again.
Yeah.
We've got a late Spain goal. 87th minute. Spain gets a goal. They now lead 2-1 over Belgium in the 87th minute. Was that a Spain fan taunting Belgium by fake crying or a real Belgium kid crying? I could not tell. But a late goal has put Spain up 2-1. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
Our recap of the World Cup brought to you by Greenville United FC. All right. So, Jarrett, we're going to do 3 tiers here and pick a winner out of each tier. Your top tier, Navy, is plus 310 to win the championship this year. UTSA, plus 480. Army, plus 600. Tulane, plus 600. Who out of that group would you take?
Man, it's down to 2 for me, UTSA or Army. I think those are my picks. I'll go Army because of Jeff Monken.
Jeff Monken. Both of the Jeffs, Jeff Traylor, Jeff Monken. There you're going Army. I feel like nobody's talking about Tulane.
I just don't know with Summerall leaving.
I know, but Willie Fritz left, and they won.
That is true. That's true. They didn't the year after.
I'm going to go...
like 2-10.
I'm going to go Tulane.
All right.
600. Your next group is just a group of 3. Memphis, ECU, South Florida.
I mean, I could do the Homer thing. I'm wearing an ECU shirt, but I'm a Charles Huff guy, man.
So Memphis I had last year.
Yeah.
And I think that is a great value pick.
What are they?
Because I like Huff as well. Memphis is plus 650. So you could kind of include them in the first group.
Yeah.
East Carolina plus 800, South Florida 800.
I like the value on all 3 there.
I know. I like ECU at that number too.
I think Brian Hartline is going to be good at USF, but Memphis, man, they're going to dump money into that program, and they got a great coach.
In fact, I'm going to change the rules, Jarrett. We can not take a team from the first tier and take 2 from the second tier.
Okay.
So I'm taking Memphis and ECU.
Me too.
Because I like those numbers in that spot. We'll pick a dark horse. North Texas plus 2,500, FAU plus 3,500, Tulsa and Temple plus 4,000, and then Rice, Charlotte, and UAB in the way back. Out of that group, I'd go Temple just because of the promise I saw last year. And honestly, I don't know much about. We'll talk more about some of these teams later, but I would go Temple.
I don't know anything about any of these teams. I mean, the most is obviously East Carolina. I'm just going solely based off how much I like the coach. I like Jeff Monken, don't like Jeff Traylor. So that's why I went with Army. I like Charles Huff. I like Blake Harrell. I'm a Tim Albin guy, man.
I know. I'm glad you're sticking to your guns there.
Yeah. And obviously, Alex Mortensen, RIP Chris Mortensen. Big fan of his father. So, Charlotte and UAB, give me the bottom feeders.
All right, you are going bottom of the barrel.
What are the odds for Charlotte?
What are the odds? That is plus 30,000. Am I reading that right? You can bet $1 to win 300.
Yeah.
You can bet $10 to win 3,000. You can bet $100 to win $30,000 if Charlotte wins the American.
Who needs a retirement fund? Give me Charlotte.
All right. Tim Albin, will he be fired after this season?
No. They're winning the American. What do you mean fired? He's gonna get a new job.
A new job.
He's going back to the MAC.
Oh, we've got a wild scene as the goalie had come out. Belgium had gotten beyond the goalie. One of the defenders kicks the ball from going in, and the goalie catches it for Spain. So I probably didn't describe that great. But
I don't know what.
It's about to happen on your TV if y'all want to see it. Yeah. But turn around and look.
I'm looking in the reflection.
All right. That was a cool play, right?
No.
You had me in the first half. 2-1 Spain leads, and around 5 more minutes left to go in this one. 5 minutes? All right, we'll take a break. Coming up, hour 3, Morgan Ehlers joining us on the show. Also, Kevin Copp, play-by-play voice at Temple, as we roll on Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Back with you after this timeout.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Pirates supporting pirates.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Play it again, sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavalarestaurant.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You would do anything to keep your family safe, so don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. SCI Technologies has recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. They have the most cost-effective solutions for your home or business's security and life safety needs. Call SCI Technologies today at 321-7006. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. It's gone final. Spain 2, Belgium 1. Spain moves on to the final foe, the semifinal, coming up in Dallas on Thursday. While Shirley gets Morgan on the line, look, this is why we do previews. This is why we talk about these things in July rather than September. You got to know what you're dealing with. I've received some information, Jared, and may have to go back on something I said last segment. We both like Memphis and Charles Huff. Jamie says Brian Kelly is now an unpaid consultant for Memphis. Does that turn you off? It does me.
I don't know.
I loved so AI overview.
Gross.
I typed in Brian Kelly Memphis. It says former LSU head coach Brian Kelly is operating as an unofficial, unpaid consultant for the University of Memphis Tigers. He is advising first-year head coach Charles Huff on building an NF-style recruiting department and transitioning the program toward Power 4 status. It adds, Kelly's role is strictly informal and off-field, primarily because he's still receiving a massive buyout from LSU. So that's the unpaid part of it. But I found this interesting too. It says country artist. If you were thinking of country music star Brian Kelly, formerly of Florida Georgia Line, he has no formal ties to Memphis, though he released a solo album titled Tennessee Truth.
Yeah, if it was that Brian Kelly, I would be fully out.
Which Brian Kelly do you hate more?
The Florida Georgia Line.
No, I gotta go.
He's worse.
I don't know. All right, let's welcome on Morgan Ehlers to the Turner Home Team Live line. What's up, Morg?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's hot.
It is a hot one. We are talking a little football here, talked about American odds, Morgan and East Carolina in the upper half of those odds, but your top four are Navy, UTSA, Army, Tulane. Again, you're throwing darts at a wall here, and we like the value in both Memphis and ECU, but how about just out of that top group, Morgan, if you had to pick one in 2026, you going with the service academies, one of those? You going Tulane, you going UTSA?
I think UTSA has a lot to prove from, improving on last year, considering you lost your head coach and your offensive coordinator, so I don't think I'm going to go with them.
Wait, you're talking North Texas, I think.
Oh, excuse me, you're correct about that. Excuse me, you're right about that. I'm sorry. So I possibly could go with them now.
Because they do have their...
Thinking more Tulane.
Yeah, that's what I said. I know they lost their coach, but they lost Willie Fritz and still, we're back in the championship. So I think they can do it again.
Yeah, they've got a good nucleus down there of players that did stay and that they got in. I think the service academies, they'll beat up on each other, and they're not going to be there. I think teams will figure out how to beat them. But it's like you and I've talked about for years, Clip. It's the matter with Navy and with Army that If you got a quarterback that's dynamic, they're tough. If you've got an average quarterback for that system, they're very beatable.
I mean, you can say that with any system, Morgan, but it is crazy how much it depends on that guy that is leading that option offense, because they either are like really good or really bad. There's not a lot of in between, with those teams.
It's not, and the reason being is because that's the guy that he makes all the decisions in that offense. He knows is he going to keep it? Is he going to pitch it? Is he going to fake it and fake the pitch and then pitch it a second time? He's reading everything, and it's all dependent upon the quarterback. And through the years, they've had some really good ones, and every once in a while, they get guys that just are average at doing that, and that's when they're beatable. So it's going to be interesting to see what both of those programs have this year.
Morgan Ayler's joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. Morgan, East Carolina. It's going to be interesting to see what they have this year at the quarterback position. And what we do know is we like our head coach. Outside of that, there are some question marks. But I don't know, Morgan, as we sit here and we'll get closer and closer to fall camp, we're optimistic about this team. I think you are as well. I don't know, what can you point to that makes you most optimistic about ECU 2026? Anything come to mind for you?
I think the head coach, Blake Harrell, and his demeanor with the program and how he runs things, I think that gives you a lot of confidence. I think that, you talk about East Carolina's in the top half of the conference preseason. A lot of that, in my opinion, would be the question marks on the coordinators, because you're bringing in two brand new coordinators this year, although they're proven, but they're still new to the program. So there's some question marks there, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. And I like our quarterbacks, and I think East Carolina is on projection for a minimum of a 9-win season. That's just I said before, and I'm going to stick with it.
Would definitely take that. Junior Smith had a 9-win season. He joined us yesterday on Pirate Radio Live. Look, he's a Hall of Famer. He's the all-time leading rusher. Maybe still underappreciated a little bit, Morgan. And maybe I'm saying that because we hadn't talked to him in so long, and I don't know why. We're definitely going to get him back on more frequently, because I really enjoyed the chat yesterday. But how about Junior Smith, all-time leading rusher, Peach Bowl champion, even though he said yesterday he wishes now he'd have redshirted that season because ECU had a bevy of weapons, and he wishes he could get that year back and see what he could have done with, East Carolina in the mid-'90s for one more year. But then think about what he did as a coach. Comes in here, running backs coach, obviously Coach Chris Johnson. We talked about that a lot, but two-time champion. So you want to talk about an ECU Pirate with accolades and a resume. There's a reason he's a Hall of Famer, Morgan. He's a great one.
Junior's, and he was a great running back, a great athlete, and a great coach, and he's even a better person. He's just a good dude. And, he's deserving of every accolade he's got over in the athletic department. The Hall of Fame is definitely deserving to have him in there.
And he's, you see some of these guys. I mean, Derrick Henry looks like an alien. Chris Johnson's frame, you could look at him and see he was fast. I asked Junior himself, and Brian North was on earlier, and he talked about how wasn't that big in stature, didn't look like he would blaze. And even Junior kind of said, hey, I worked hard. Nothing kind of stood out about him, but the fact that he had over 3,700 rushing yards or whatever tells how great he is. But just one of those guys that worked and then loved to work.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that had the deceptive speed.
Yeah.
Got into the open field, he could really get motoring down the field. But he was also one of those kind of running backs that was not afraid of contact.
Yeah.
But some running backs, you'll sit there and they wiggle a little bit. And Chris Johnson, when early on in his career, lightning speed, but if there wasn't a hole, it was like, okay, I'm backing off. But then toward the end of the career, it was like, okay, I'm going to find the seam and then hit it and go. And that's the way he did it here the last couple of years at East Carolina. Junior was the same. Junior would make a hole. If there's a crack, he was going to see if he could make a bigger hole to get through there. And, being low to the field and low to the ground a little bit really helped him. But he was fun to watch.
And Morgan, we've talked a lot about Chris Johnson the last 2 weeks. We were off last Friday, so didn't talk to you. And I wanted to ask you about kind of the evolution of watching him from your perch at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, and you touched on it there, just the player he became. I mean, he was a home run hitter early in his career to every down, every play, just about give him the ball running back. I mean, you've got obviously Zay and Hardy had the records. Holton Ahlers all over the record books. Go to Blake and Garrard and Carden and all that, but you could argue he might have had the greatest single player season in any ECU football season in history in that 2007.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, then there were a couple plays that I can remember that just, he hit the seam, and it's just like in the pros, and nobody was going to catch him.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to. I don't care how fast the DBs were in college, and went up against some good ones. They just were not going to catch him when he hit that open field, and everybody was kind of shocked when he went to the combine and ran the time that he had. Like, who is this guy? But we knew what he had, and when he got to Tennessee, man, there were some plays there in the NFL that, that's just special. That's God-given ability and special, and we're all praying for CJ, and it's just terrible what he and his family are going through. But I think that you'll find that him going through this will bring a lot more awareness. Just like around here, ALS is one of those things that people know about, people talk about because of the different people throughout Eastern North Carolina that have had it, the Catfish Hunters, the Keith LeClairs, now CJ's got it. It's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things.
Morgan Ahlers joining us today, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. And Morgan, I'm honest, I did not think he would have the NFL career he did. And part of the reason I say that is just because he's fast, but is he Conference USA fast? Everybody's fast in the NFL. Well, not as fast as Chris Johnson. And like you said, too, he had gotten tougher, ran up the middle, and you got to do that if you're going to be an every down back in the NFL. I do like what the Titans did with him and Lindell White. A little bit of power, a little bit of speed, but he was the guy. And he is right there in the Hall of Very Good. Like, at first glance, first questions, like, is Chris Johnson a Hall of Famer? I would say no. Then I look at the numbers. Just about everybody in front of him in rushing is a Hall of Famer or going to be one. He's number 30, I think, all time, something like that. So, like, he is he's right there on the fringe, man. If he'd have had another 1-2 years of 1,000 yards, I think he'd be in there, which is amazing to say.
Yeah, and I was talking with somebody, when the news first broke about, what kind of career he had. And, I think it was his third year in the NFL. He was renegotiating his contract. And I remember I was talking with Bill Johnson about it. And he says, man, you got to get it while you can, especially if you're a running back.
Yeah.
You're one shot to the knees away from being not from going from elite speed to very fast speed. And everybody in the NFL is very fast. And if he'd had a couple more years, is he still in the conversation? Possibly, yeah. But if he had a couple more years like he would when he was so productive, the answer would be definitely yeah.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. Shirley called me from down the hall and said, Clip, I think I see Klitschko. And I didn't confirm it, but you don't see many like 7'4" dudes walking in the UB parking lot. So I'm pretty sure I laid eyes on Klitschko today. Morgan, still a ways to go before basketball. Have you seen him at all or talked to anybody about the new 7-footer we got?
I've talked to a couple of people that have seen him practice. Once they get going officially this year, I am going to go make an effort to go over there and watch him ahead of time. But if you see him walking around, he's got those UFC gloves on and, the mouthpiece and everything. That's who it is. So if that's who it was in the parking lot with the gloves, the UFC stuff on, then that would be the 7-footer that, probably can punch you if he had to.
I'm not boxing him. I'm not fighting him. I'm not playing basketball against him. I'd interview him, and that's about it, Morgan. I'm out on everything else.
On paper, I think Coach Schwartz and staff have done a good job bringing in some talent. Again, it's the on paper, but you got to get them.
Yeah.
You got to get them playing together. And I think this year, from what I've heard, there's some pieces to the puzzle we maybe didn't have last year. Point guard wise, shooting guard wise, and some bigs that can really mix it up. And you still got, Jay Shane.
I know. A healthy Jay Shane is good.
Yeah, if this is his third year in the program, so hopefully he stays healthy and can get out there and really show what he's capable of.
All right, Morgan, what you got going on this weekend?
Tonight I am over across the street at Fifth Street Hardware from 7 till 10 doing some karaoke and going to have some fun with that. And then we're off tomorrow night and just enjoy.
A summer Saturday night off for Morgan Ehlers. How about that?
Yeah, July, it slows up a little bit, and it's a good thing because for me to go out and do a wedding in 105-degree weather, they're going to have to pay me. Show me the money.
A lot of great options over at Fifth Street, Morgan, for eats. Do you eat while you work over there? Do you get a meal?
Yeah.
What's your go-to? What are your favorites over there?
There's a couple things. One, I like the strawberry salad's delicious. If you're into salads, it's really, really good.
Huh.
And then their wings are good. Their club sandwich is good.
Yeah.
I'm really not a whole lot of bad food over there, to be honest with you. It's all really, really good. And the bartenders make great drinks. So come on by tonight, sing some songs, drink it up, eat, have fun.
I haven't had that club in a while. I need to check that out. Morgan, thanks for joining us, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Later on, there is DJ Captain Morgan joining us. Morgan Ehlers on the Turner Home Team live line. When we return back into the opponent previews, we ruined Temple season last year. That feels good to say. We'll talk to Kevin Copp. I keep wanting to call him Kevin Cobb, former, was he Houston quarterback?
Eagles.
I'm talking about college, bro.
Gotcha.
Did you go to college? Where'd you go to college?
I turned it down.
Syracuse showed me that video. The I turned it down video. Is that like popular? Is that going around, I guess, now?
I've seen it a lot. I mean, it's been going around for like a year.
I've never seen it till today.
I turned it down.
Offered first it was 15.
15, something like that, 10.
To play
10 million,
drums in
5
college,
million.
to get a drum scholarship at a big school in Jacksonville.
I turned it down. Yeah, they said I had to go to school for like this decade.
That was
I turned it down.
I guess one of those internet deals, but that was pretty funny.
Wait a minute. They were going to give me $5 million.
Credit to the interviewer, because I don't do enough of this. Sometimes I do, but like he questioned that man. he Chris Hansen, that
My
guy.
favorite part of the video is you could see in the rapper's eyes the moment it clicks in his head, like, I'm going to lie my ass off here.
It's a rap. We don't even know who the guy is.
I've never seen him before the video. I haven't seen him after the video.
But it's a great video. Google.
I turned it down.
I turned it down. When we return, Kevin Copp joins us back with you after this timeout.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Vacation should be about relaxing, not wondering about what's happening back home.
With SCI Technologies, you don't have to. Your property is protected from every angle. Cameras watching, fire protection, the alerts are there before a small problem becomes a big one.
And if something does happen, you know instantly. A motion alert, a quick glance at your phone, and you're back to relaxing.
Because real security doesn't just protect your property, it protects your peace of mind. So go ahead, unplug, unwind, and enjoy the trip.
We've got the rest.
SCI Technologies, protecting what matters no matter where you are.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Copy Pro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust Copy Pro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? Copy Pro delivers powerful tools backed by a certified certified technicians, and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North Restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation! This is your hometown team at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with the Summer Hot Deals event that's making waves across eastern North Carolina. Score 8% below MSRP on 2026 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cabs, 12% below MSRP on Bighorn, Lone Star, and Laramie models, and an unbelievable 15% below MSRP on Rebel, Limited, and Tungsten Crew Cabs. Now's the time to upgrade your ride. From all of us at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, proud supporters of Pirate Radio and Pirate Nation. Remember, drive a little to save a lot.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers with 2 locations in Greenville at Bells Fork and on Greenville Boulevard and on Railroad Street in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, good news and bad news. Good news, Jacob Jenkins Cowart will join us on the show on Monday. Get an update on his pro career. Bad news, the discussion of protective cups rolls on into next week because I will bring that up with him. So I apologize about that. I would say I didn't do it on purpose, but he actually popped in my brain because we've been talking. Yeah, we've been talking about that this week.
Before that game, they actually offered him to wear a cup.
Come on.
But he turned it down.
All right.
That's
now
nuts.
we're going to have to get the clip of I turned it down so we can use that. And how do you even remember that video, Jared? How do you remember
that clip?
How do you remember that, Jared?
I turned it down.
All right. Let's do you remember the Temple game from last year? Were you there? Did you and Donnell hang out?
When the Sixers game?
Yeah, I know. Now I remember. How did I remember that? I just remembered it. All right. Joining us now, I talked to him earlier today, Kevin Copp, play-by-play voice at Temple, and had a good discussion with him. Let's hear that right now. All right. Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Kevin Copp, to continue our opponent previews. And today we're talking Temple Owls football. Kevin, we appreciate your time. How you doing today?
Absolutely. Doing great. Happy to be here.
Man, for years we had Harry Donahue on our show talking Temple football with that classic, legendary voice, and it was a lot of fun to talk to him every year. Kevin, let's get to know you a little bit. Can you just tell us about your background? Where did you grow up, and how did you get to the spot that you're in right now?
Sure. So, no, I'm glad you mentioned Harry because, like many of us that grew up in the Philadelphia area, I grew up listening to Harry. He was actually the first time I encountered his distinctive voice was he would do the school closing numbers. You know, I'm old enough where you would listen to the radio, turn on KYW, and they'd go through the school closing numbers. We were 307, so you know we always wanted that on snow days. But yeah, having the chance to come to Temple, I've been here 11 years, in the last 5 is our radio voice taking over for Harry in that role. And yeah, really exciting 2026 season coming up here in Philadelphia. We're really excited.
So are you a Philly guy all around? Sixers, Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, all of the above?
Philly guy all around. Grew up in King of Prussia, about 10 miles west in the suburbs of Philly. Actually went down to school at the University of Georgia, so I spent close to 9 years down south, but met a Jersey girl down there, came back here to the Philadelphia area. So yeah, we are Philly through and through. So happy to be back up here at Temple.
I was in South Jersey last week at my wife's family, Cumberland County and
sure.
Elmer. I don't know. It's 30
minutes
minutes or
way
so.
Down south. Yeah.
Yeah, but there we go. 15-second thoughts on the Jaylen Brown trade?
I mean, it's you know, the Sixers are funny. We spent the last 10 years. It's like every time you think that you're out, they pull you back in. And, you know, I got to give them credit. The fact that they managed to unload the albatross that was the Paul George contract and be able to get a guy like Jaylen Brown. But, you know, it's so funny being Philly. Now we've all turned our attention to, you know, getting LeBron in here. That's what everyone thinks the next step in the puzzle is. So we'll see what the next 48 to 72 hours hold.
And who knew that this was the process after all?
Exactly.
This is
exactly.
And we won't talk any Phillies. I'm a Braves fan, and we have absolutely collapsed. And here come the fighting Phils. So
not
should
a
be
season left, but yeah, it's been good so far.
Well, how about the Temple process going back now, man, more than 10 years, and the thing they had rolling there with, man, they'd bring in a good coach. That coach would get hired. They'd bring in another good coach, and man, just kept flipping it. And, you know, I called it a bit of a Temple curse with East Carolina, but they were beating everybody back then. So it wasn't just us. We were finally able to flip that the last few years and beat Temple. But maybe they got their next winning coach there in Philly with Casey Keeler. How about his first year? We'll talk about that ECU game. That almost kind of flipped the season, it looks like, for Temple. But year one for Casey Keeler, how did that go for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just an enormous success any way you look at it. Especially, you're right. It's, you know, we've been thinking a lot about that kind of last golden era of Temple football this year because we have Penn State back on the schedule. So, you know, it's reminding a lot of folks of that 2015 season and into 2016 when Temple had those back-to-back 10-win years and like you said, really had it going before, you know, a lot of the attrition in coaches and players kicked in. But yeah, Casey Keeler coming in last year, I mean, just an absolute home run to be able to get someone with his pedigree in. And I think really, you know, not to look ahead too long term, but a guy who's also not using this job as the stepping stone to get to the Power 4 job. I mean, it's been described by him as a retirement job. That's not me saying that. This is a guy who's building a house in Delaware, who's from here, who's got family here, grandkids. So, I mean, I think it's just brought a little bit of stability to the long-term future of the program in a different way. But just looking at 2025, I mean, to come out after, you know, 4 straight 3-9 seasons, to be able to inject the life back into the program that he did, you know, finished a game shy of 6-6, you know, finishing there at 5-7. You know, I think it was a tough schedule, home against Oklahoma, at Georgia Tech, which was a much tougher game, I think, than anyone anticipated. And then, you know, a couple games tough late in the conference schedule. But, you know, to have that team back and being competitive and being in games in the conference, and it's brought a lot of optimism and excitement. I think, you know, just what I hear from Temple fans going into this 2026 season is unlike anything, you know, in the last probably 6 or 7 years here.
Man, that from an ECU perspective, one of my favorite wins last year was the win at Temple, because I remember going into that game, they had been really, really good. Come off 2 straight road wins. They had that narrow home defeat. Was it overtime maybe to Navy? It was, I know, a nail biter.
1 point game, kind of, you know, not overtime, but right down to the final seconds. Yeah.
And I know your QB had not thrown a pick going into that ECU game. We got him in the first quarter, and it went ECU's way. And you could say, like, man, that derailed the season, but that, man, it was backloaded with good American teams the end of that Temple schedule, and you end up losing the rest of the way. But how about that stretch at the end, man? That one elusive win to kind of get you in a bowl game you couldn't quite get.
Yeah, it really, you hate to say it, but it really comes back to that Navy game. I mean, They lost that game 32-31. They had a couple, I mean, you can go back and kind of look at the last 90 seconds, 2 minutes of that game, and there were like 7 different things that all had to happen for Navy to end up. They converted a 4th down. The Temple nearly had a fumble that they recovered. They jumped off sides on another play that would have ended the, just so many 2nd and 3rd and 4th and, 6th and 7th chances for Navy to lose that game by 1. Because, if you do the math, knowing that ECU, that was going to be a really tough game with ECU coming in. They had another 1-point loss the following week at Army, 14-13. Another one of those classic Service Academy games. Temple touched the ball twice in the second half. I think Army finished that game on an 18-play drive with like 10:30 left on the clock. Temple never got the ball back. And then, home against Tulane at North Texas. I think it was always clear that those 2 games sitting there at the end of the schedule, you kind of needed to get that 6th win before you got into that closing stretch. And, it just didn't happen. I think ECU was obviously a big part of that, but it's not one that I think if a lot of Temple folks were being honest coming into the season, that's not one that you would have had circled as, hey, this is one we're probably going to get. I think it was just some of the, the 2 1-point losses against the service academies. I think as a lot of folks look back at last season, those are the 2 that really stick out.
Kevin Copp joining us. I got trusty Phil Steele magazine. Phil Steele will join us on the show coming up next Friday. Looking forward to that. He has Temple 10th, but like you look at this thing, 4 through 10, you can kind of throw them in a hat and pick them out. At least that's how it appears. The first couple of things I look at, Kevin, is is your head coach back? Is your quarterback back? So head coach, check. What's the quarterback situation at Temple this year?
Quarterback is not a check. And that's actually, I think, one of the big questions, because there are a lot of checks in terms of what comes back. And as being in this league, it's not insignificant to return your head coach. And not just that, the entire coaching staff kept intact. And, the great majority of starters as well. So, all of a sudden you go from a team that really had no continuity, that obviously had a coaching change coming into 2025, to now it's like you look around and say, okay, year 2, well, he's one of the longest tenured coaches in the league. So, I do think that is a real source of advantage. I know they feel really good about the position they're in, just going into this season with another year under their belts. But yeah, Evan Simon last year, you noted it. I think the biggest thing that he did was simply keep Temple in games by not turning the ball over, to make it as far in the season as he did, with ECU being that first interception. I think he lost a fumble against Navy, but first interception of the year coming in week 7 or 8 of the season. He brought a tremendous amount of leadership, through the coaching change. Just one of those guys who he transferred into the program from Rutgers, but had been here for 3 seasons at that point, was looked at as a real leader on this team. And so, yeah, to me, that is, question number 1. First of all, everyone always wants to talk about the quarterback. And second, when you have this many returning pieces, on both sides of the ball, but your quarterback is a question mark, I think it becomes kind of intensified. So yeah, that's to me storyline number 1 coming into this season.
With the returners, and that's great to hear. There's a lot. We've talked to App State, all the new guys they have there. Old Dominion, same. Rice, a ton of transfers. But with those returners, can you identify strength of the team heading into the year anyway?
Yeah, I think, and it's funny, for those of us that have been around Temple the last couple of years, I think, you start with the offensive line, which is, not just not been a strength, but probably, you go back to the last couple of seasons before 2025, been the, probably most glaring weakness of the team. And I thought, one of the really interesting and important things that this coaching staff did was, they kept that offensive line together, which, again, wasn't a great selling point coming into 2025. And then they put together a great year. I mean, protecting Evan Simon is a big part of why, Temple turned the ball over as little as they did, and actually got to establish a running game, which Temple had struggled as the worst team in the league running the ball the few seasons before that. And so they've brought back the core of that offensive line. And I know a couple of those guys were highly prioritized in terms of, roster retention and other programs having interest. And so, I think it starts there. And, you count along with that. I think the single biggest weapon that Temple has, literally and figuratively, is Peter Clark at tight end. A guy who I think is going to hear his name drafted at the end of this season. I know got some big time Power 4 conference offers and probably could have even entered into the draft as a draft eligible junior. He's back. And so, I think that gives whoever's at quarterback a big time weapon. And again, the ability to help out the offensive line in the blocking phase of things as well. Peter Clark, I think, is probably the single most talented player that Temple has on their roster. And, that's a good piece to build around moving into the season.
Kevin, I try to be, kind of grow with the times, but I do have some old man thoughts when it comes to sports. And one of those is I like my receivers to wear 80s and my running backs 20s, linebackers 50s. But when it's your own personal thing, I think it's cool. And the Temple Tough, the single-digit number, you had those great defensive players. Years ago, I was a big Matt Ioannidis fan because I'm a Redskins Commanders guy, so I wanted him to be there a while. I thought he was great, but man, just such a great run on those players. And first of all, do you still do the single digit thing, with your D line or linebacker? And how about the defensive side of the ball for Temple?
Yeah, they do. So each coach has kind of put its spin on that tradition, and it goes back to Al Golden, and then Matt Ioannidis was kind of in those golden glory days that we're talking about under Matt Rule, wearing number 9, which has commonly been associated with the defensive line. A lot of guys that have gone on to the league wearing that number 9. So right now, there's only 2 holdovers in single digits from last year. Interestingly, neither of them are on the defensive side of the ball. One is a receiver, number 1, Colin Chase. The other, if you can believe it, is a punter, number 7, Dante Atten. First specialist to ever be awarded a single digit. So, nice. Each coaching staff has put a little different spin. And I think one of the things that was really important for Coach Keeler, as he's talked about, was getting away from it being, I think it had kind of become a little bit of a popularity contest type of thing, and really going back to identifying, in the old days, the guys that are most emblematic of that Temple Tough mindset. So to transition that to the defense, even though they don't have any single digits, I know Eric Stewart is kind of the guy that they're building around there at the linebacker position. There's been a lot of great linebackers and those kind of swing guys. You think of a Hassan Reddick, who ended up being a first-round draft pick, has been in the NFL. Sharif Finch, who's played in the NFL. Those kind of hybrid guys. I think Eric Stewart is one of the guys in that type of mold, and a guy who missed some time due to injury. I thought really flourished last year in his first full season of being able to play here at Temple with the coaching change, and now has developed into a real leader on the defensive side of the ball. They've brought a lot of reinforcements in on the defensive line. I think it's one of the areas where, you're trying to judge a team in the offseason is always hard, but you just look at the size and the athleticism that they've been able to bring in on the defensive line, I think has been really exciting. And if there is a question mark defensively for this team, I do think it's in the secondary. I think that's the area where you don't have quite as many returning pieces. It's going to be incumbent on some new names, some transfers, some guys that we haven't yet become acquainted with to kind of carry the load there. That's the area that I think is probably the least settled getting ready to head into camp.
And Kevin, I'll apologize for this question, whether it be Harry Donahue. We talked to Ryan Wallen a lot from Al's Daily. Whoever we talk to, I ask about a facility, an on-campus stadium, other than the link. It's either a question that is not worth talking about, or you're sick of talking about or being asked about. But let's get an update. Like, any talks of that, or is the link the home for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, the conversation has evolved over the years. Where we are right now, the link is the home for the foreseeable future. I mean, I think it's one of those things that we all dream about. I was fortunate enough to spend 10 years down in the SEC, so I know acutely well what it means to have an on-campus stadium and what that can mean. And obviously, look no further than Greenville and the atmosphere on game day and at ECU. That's always one of our favorite stops on the road, because it's such a tremendous environment. So no, I think those of us that have been at Temple a long time, the dream is never dead. There's always, those conversations bubble up, and they're making some real improvements to Temple's campus, which is about 3 to 4 miles north of the link, just on the other side of Center City, Philadelphia. They're doing some big construction projects right now. They're building a new journalism school across Broad Street. So, there's always cranes and there's construction going on in the city. So, there's we allow ourselves to think about the day where there could be something like that. But, for right now, really happy to get to play at the home of the Eagles. And I think one of the really interesting side notes is, you talk to a lot of these guys that are transferring in, especially, that it continues to be a draw. I think they really do like playing in an NFL stadium, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think it's a cool thing. But yeah, on campus, college football is, I think it's the heart of the sport, and it's part of what makes it so special.
Kevin, proving that not all Philly and Eagles fans are bad people. Seems like a nice fella. So I'm going to extend my hand here, Kevin, and say, and I've said this a lot, hate the team, hate the green, but the Bryans, Brian Westbrook, Brian Dawkins are, I would have to say, my favorite Eagles. Great players. So
I was going to say you made two really good picks right there. Yeah, if you're gonna go with it, that's a good two.
Now I need you to tell me a couple of your favorite Redskins / Commanders of all time.
Matt Ioannidis. There you go. We already talked about it.
How about a cop-out answer there from
That's
Kevin?
right.
But no, I'll take that. I'll take that. Kevin, appreciate the chat, man. Have a great rest of your summer. We'll get you back on week of the game and talk more. But really enjoyed it. Thank you, and we'll talk to you down the road, man.
All right. Can't wait. Thanks so much. Take care.
There is Kevin Copp joining us. Enjoyed the conversation with the play-by-play voice of the Temple Owls. We'll take a break. When we return, our Simply Divine Oil and Wine Best of Pirate Radio. We'll hear from some of our conversation with Junior Smith and Coach Hud from Thursday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you on a Friday after this.
What's better than exploring downtown Washington? Tasting it. Join a food tour with Forks of Little Washington and discover the local flavor. Stroll the historic waterfront and enjoy delicious bites from some of the town's favorite restaurants and specialty shops. Food tours combine great food, local history, and unforgettable stories into one delicious experience. Whether you're a foodie, a visitor, or a local looking for a new adventure, there's no better way to experience Washington. For pricing and reservations, visit forksoflittlewashington.com. Brought to you by visitwashingtonnc.com.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, pirates supporting pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Is your car making strange noises, or is that check engine light just not going away? At Bells Fort Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, they take the stress out of car care and deliver high-quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure, just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Bells Fork Truck and Auto Service, across from the Speedway on Charles Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Let's get our Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Best of Pirate Radio. Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village, your go-to for exceptional wines and gourmet olive oils. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are ready to help you find the perfect fit. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, for fun upcoming events such as monthly wine tastings along with trivia every Thursday. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour. I had a great chat with Junior Smith yesterday, and he joined Chanman and I, and also had HUD on the phone for part of that conversation. We'll hit cut one here, Shirley. Junior Smith on if he knew Chris Johnson would make an immediate impact at East Carolina.
Yeah, I would say that I did. When he came into my meeting room, I could just see that the kid was super confident, and I knew that he was fast. But the thing about Chris was he was so smart, and he was physical. Like, the thing we could tell him, like, so the way we did our packages back then is we would do our run game. We would name them all off after NFL teams. Okay, so if we wanted to run the inside zone, it'd be like Indianapolis. So the play would be like Indy 32 or something like that. And then if we wanted to throw a bubble screen off of that, we could call it Peyton or Manning. So, but Chris could come in and learn what the running back was doing, and then we would line them up in the slot, like kind of like what we were doing with Dwayne Harris. Yeah. And so Coach was trying to put him in that kind of that Dwayne Harris slot back and all of that, and do kick returns. And if you remember this, Chris had 1,500 all-purpose yards like in his first 3 years each year. You know, and then he went on his senior year and he had like 22 plus all-purpose yards. So just that hybrid and just smart. But the thing is, he could go in there and Chris could pass pro. Like, you blitz, and Chris, I don't think he ever missed a linebacker blitz. That's huge. He was really good with picking them up, the big linebackers going against Pierre Bell and some of the other guys that were athletic. I mean, we had to do this every day in practice. So you think about the physical contact every day in practice, and then doing that, during the game, and then doing that in the NFL for as long as he was in the NFL, because you got to block in the NFL. So, this kid was just had impact.
You know about quarterbacks wearing the red jersey, yellow jersey at practice, the do not touch jersey. When you have a star, he might get that similar treatment. Coach Hudd talked about how he, handled going up against Chris Johnson in practice. Skip liked to go physical, but what does that mean when it comes to, tackling a Chris Johnson, Dominique Lindsay, Brandon Simmons? How do you handle that at practice? Be physical but not injure a guy.
Right. I'll tell you how I handled it. If you were Chris Johnson, you're never playing again.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was like, hey, wrap him up, keep him up, and tell him good job.
Yeah.
Yes. Seriously, I told him, you hurt that guy, you're done. But you know what? Like I said, we knew how to practice. He stayed off the ground.
Yeah.
But Chris Johnson, we had a nickname for one kid. We called him Full Speed. Chris Johnson had one speed, and it was lightning fast. So a lot of times our guys didn't hit him. If we were hitting him in tackling drills. A lot of times in team, you couldn't get your hands on him.
And a really cool day yesterday on Pirate Radio Live. The two all-time leading rushers in ECU football history, Rajay Harris, number 2, and number 1, Junior Smith. And Coach Hudd was pretty shocked when he found out how many rushing yards Junior Smith had at ECU. Coach Hudd, Junior Smith is the all-time leading rusher at East Carolina.
Yep.
How many rushing yards did Junior Smith have as a player? Take a guess. 4 years.
Oh, you played all 4 years? You must have been really good.
My true freshman year I played, how it was back then. You wanted to come in as a true freshman and play, but that was probably the biggest mistake because, it was an 11-1 team and we had Jeff Blake and we were throwing it all around the park. I think I had like 139 yards rushing my freshman year.
Wow.
As a true freshman.
Right
Yeah.
there. I'm going to say, 3,300?
3745.
Good God.
And that might not be broken ever again.
It's not going to be because nobody
stays. Keaton had it. Keaton Mitchell had it.
Yeah.
And when he said, I'm entering NFL.
Well, there it is.
I had a slight smile on my face. I said, well, you sure you want to do that? That's fine with me.
Great chat, Junior Smith, Greg Hudson, yesterday. Check it out, Thursday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Available on YouTube where you get your podcast. And that is our Simply Divine Oil and Wine Best of Pirate Radio. We've got off-season NBA drama that we're going to tell you about when we return, involving an Eastern North Carolina native. Put a local spin on it. We got that and the wrap-up of our show when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Friday after this.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the Pirates fly.
Listen up, friends. Operation Pizza is a go at Papa John's. They're introducing new personal pizzas just in time to celebrate the premiere of Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. These adventure-sized pies come in new exciting flavors like Sheriff's Roundup, Space Ranger Roni, and Reach for the Pie, and specialty Rootin' Tootin' Ranch Dippin' Sauce. Or take your personal pizza to infinity and beyond by creating your own flavor just for you. Order 2 or more with Papa pairings and get yours for only $6.99 each. See Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5 in theaters June 19th. Rated PG.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Recalculating. You are now in the middle of nowhere. Well, not exactly. Welcome to Martin County, the middle of nowhere, but the center of everything. Just 80 miles from the Outer Banks, 90 from Raleigh, and less than 30 minutes from East Carolina University and the Pamlico River. Kayak the Roanoke River, dance in downtown Williamston, or just watch horses do their thing in farm life. So yeah, you could stay stressed, or you have arrived at peace. Martin County, get lost in the best way.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. Michelob Ultra. For every match, every goal, every superior play on the world's biggest stage. Because from the pitch to the pour, superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was another good day for the stock market. The Dow ended the week up 149 points and closed at 52,637. The NASDAQ was up 74 at 26,281. And the S&P was up 31 points and finished out the week at 7,575. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, hour 1, Brian North, our pop culture reporter, talked about Brandon Ingram being in Vegas at the Summer League with Glorilla. So we got to end it with more Real House Husbands of the NBA.
Oh, okay.
Shams.
Let me read.
Okay, read it.
According to Shams Charania, Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero got into a physical altercation in Las Vegas this morning in which Adebayo struck Hero. The altercation occurred at a practice court in a Las Vegas hotel this morning, stating when Adebayo approached Hero about comments the guard made critiquing the center on social media after their 7-year run in Miami ended. Shut up.
Where did Hero go?
Milwaukee.
That's all we have right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is just coming out 16 minutes ago, and the altercation happened this morning. So it's kind of fresh. We'll see. By the time I get home, there'll probably be a whole full story about it. Yeah. But here's what I know right now. It's Tyler Hero. It's Bam Adebayo. I imagine the altercation went like this. Bam! I don't see Hero do it. Now, look, there's a lot of smaller guys that can throw hands and do all this. Bam minus 800 at least in this altercation.
He's got the reach.
He's got the reach. He's got the size. He's got the bam.
Bam!
I'm taking bam.
Bam.
Bam! Also, I've seen some, I don't know a ton about this, but was it like Jimmy Butler talking about Bam? Like, seems like people talk about Bam and he doesn't say anything.
No.
He's more kind of business,
Yeah.
chill.
He said something today.
What'd he say?
Bam!
Bam! Interesting. So Bam out of Bio.
Bam!
In Miami, and he's the guy now, I guess, right?
Giannis.
Who?
Bam!
Oh, that Greek fella?
Yeah.
Greeks can't play basketball.
I got some news for you, pal.
I'm going to do an old man take where I think only American-born players can play basketball. You know, the Canadian, Shea, whatever.
Yeah, Serbians.
Luka.
Ugh.
Who is... Dirk and Yao, they were all right, I guess.
They were decent.
But these other guys, they can't hang, man. All right. Good work, J-Bone. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes, as always. And we will see you fine folks Monday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. We got Coach Mack. We got Hall of Famer Brian Bailey. We got Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and we'll add more to the list as we move on throughout the week. Talk to you then. For the crew, I am Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to